we're the Buccaneers. Ho, 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 we're the Buccaneers. Offense, defense. Now we're here to say, make the walk the plank, throw them in Tampa Bay. Bay, 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 Bay,
Tampa, hey, get Tampa, hey, I say Tampa, hey, get Tampa, hey, we the Bucs. You know they brought the crew, so we gotta turn them up. No matter if we run, blow, the offense on the roll, and the defense can't stop, and they screaming, let's go. Get it, got it, he gone. That boy took that thing down to the end zone. And the only thing on my mind is just bucking your time, and I'ma ride. Let's go Tampa, hey, get Tampa, hey, I say Tampa, hey, get Tampa, hey. Not fire the cannons, I wanna hear them go. The other team better hurry up and lead up. Fly right past them, let them running like. Put a big hit on them, make the crowd go. Now raise the flags, cause I wanna see them. Gotta make sure the other team fans see them. And the only thing on my mind is just bucking your time, and I'ma ride. Now let's go Tampa, hey, get Tampa, hey, I say Tampa, hey, get Tampa,
What's happening, Buccaneer fans? Louis here with the Frozen Pirate podcast. We got a loaded show for you guys tonight. We're coming off a tough loss, unfortunately. It was a very tough loss to the Eagles. I feel like we should have won that game. A lot of things went wrong in that game, unfortunately. If you guys haven't, make sure you hit the like button, and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Daniel Morales and myself of Fear the Bay. We're talking about this during, the post game. There was a lot of heartbreak in that game because I feel like the Buccaneers should have pulled that out. I mean, and not only that, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to recap the Eagles game again. We'll briefly talk about that. Also, we're going to be talking about what I think is going wrong for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There's a lot of stuff out there that a lot of people are, talking about how, is it special teams? Is it coaching? Is it the players? Is it what's going on? Honestly, it's a lot. And then later on in the show, in the top hour, 8 o'clock, we're going to be joining with Ralph for State of the South. Also, we're going to be doing Around the NFL. But let's talk about this Buccaneers and Eagles game real quick as I pull up the statistics. The Buccaneers, obviously, you guys know, the Buccaneers have a big problem. They start off the games way too slow. We can't have that. You can't start off games slow like that. It seems to be a pattern this year with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers where it's like they have this thing where it's just like they shoot themselves early on. They shoot themselves in the foot early on, and then they play catch up. And then, it's living and dying by the fourth quarter. We can't have that. That's something that needs to be fixed. It needs to be addressed immediately. And you think you're going to do that when you're going up out west to play the Seattle Seahawks? Newsflash. The Seahawks are better than you think. They're better than you think. That game against the Eagles, again, I don't really know what to say with that game because it was so up and down. It kind of gave me, LA Ram Buccaneer 2021 vibes, or 2021 kind of gave me those vibes. Buccaneers were down early, then they made a comeback, and then, there's the interception. A lot of people have some, I shouldn't say theories. A lot of people have some things about that game where, Baker threw into double coverage. Well, no, he was wide open. It looked like Godwin was open, but if you look at the all 22, the Eagles just did a good job. The ball got batted, and then they did a good job of picking the ball off from a guy named Jahad Campbell, who I pushed for, and you guys saw firsthand what Jahad Campbell is made out of. Kid's going to be an absolute beast in this league. But as far as that game with the Eagles goes, a lot of injuries again. The injuries have plagued the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But I don't even think it was really that. I think the biggest problem with this team, it's special teams. Feel free to hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think. And let's talk about that. Special teams is a big problem for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's what's killing us right now. It's special teams. It's special teams. Real quickly, guys, if you're listening via X or Twitter, please jump on over to the YouTube, because last week we had a lot of viewership. I think it was like 70 of you guys watching the show, and not everybody was accounted for on YouTube. We're trying to build the YouTube channel, trying to get into the algorithm. So if you're listening to us on X, jump on over to YouTube, and we can't really see your comments there. Same thing with Instagram. If you're on Instagram right now and you're watching us on Instagram, come on over to YouTube and check us out, because like I said, it's greatly appreciated, like I said, because it helps us get into the algorithm. But let's circle back to this Buccaneers and Eagles situation. And even with the Jets, against the Jets, you had a blocked field goal. Against the Eagles, you had a blocked punt on your very first drive. I'm pissed about it, because that's 7 points on the board, right off the rip. You can't have that. You can't do that. You can't fall behind, especially to the defending Super Bowl champs, because honestly, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I still think, were a better team that day. That's just my opinion. I think they were a better team that day, just because of the simple fact that, look at the way they played. I mean, what was it? 11 tackles for loss by that defense. The defense came out and played. Yeah, there was a lot of injuries, unfortunately. Again, Jamel Dean, and we're going to get to the injury report. Jamel Dean, Bucky Irvin stuff. That's another thing I got to get on. And I might be all over the place. I don't have Daniel here to kind of keep me in line and keep this ship on course. But, I mean, there was just a lot of stuff to take away from that game. How the hell can you be so bad on special teams, but yet be so good? The kick returns, I think it was like over 140 yards in kick returns for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then one side, with punting the football, it's just like, is it Dixon? Is him winding up to kick the ball? Is it taking too long? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't know what's going on, but it's becoming a big problem for this team. You're not going to win many football games, man. You're not going to win many football games playing football like that. To sit there and, screw up special teams, that's one of the most important phases of football, man. It's about field position. They got to straighten that out. Another thing, too, that they have to straighten out. We're relying too much on Bucky Irvin. That's just my opinion. We're relying way too much on Bucky Irvin. It's sickening. It's sickening. Like, you got to give Rachaad White a chance. You got to give Rachaad White the ball. Because what happens is when you continue to force feed Bucky, you get that result. Now he's hurt. He's got the injury and stuff like that. Why aren't we giving Rachaad White the ball? You know what I'm saying? Why aren't we giving Rachaad the ball? Just curious. Like, why? I don't know, man. It aggravates me, because it's just like, we should have won that game. We should have won that game, but I'm not going to complain about it anymore. In my Bill Belichick voice here, we're on to the Seattle Seahawks. But still, with that Eagles game, the special teams was atrocious. They got to clean that up. The Philadelphia Eagles, they came into Tampa. That's another thing too. I'd like to address the crowd situation. My guy DJ Up, shout out to him. He said it. Why do we keep selling our tickets? Is it a money grab? Like, what are you guys doing? I get it. It's hot. I'm hot too, man. I work outside in construction 8 hours a day. It's hot. But, I mean, come on now. What are we selling the tickets for? You can't let a sea of green invade Raymond James Stadium. And if you take it the wrong way, tough. It's the truth. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Also, there was some positives about that game. Emeka Ibuka again, just to me, lighting the way for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Just you know, I'm very ecstatic with this kid. I'm more than happy with him and his production with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I really am, just because he is light years of where he needs. My expectations of him are light years. Like he's beyond my expectations. Like what he's doing on the field, he's stepping up, being a leader. Big Mike's not there. It's just, you know, he stepped up. Godwin looks a little rusty. There was a couple of passes that I think he should have caught. There was one pass down the middle. I don't think that was on him. I think that was a bad ball by Baker. But I just think that it's going to take time. But now that they're heading up to Seattle, Seattle's going to be a tough place to play. Unfortunately, if you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that's going to be a really tough place to play. Because the Seattle Seahawks, they're no pushover, man. They're not. They're no pushover. I mean, let's take a look at the statistics real quick while I wait for we got a couple of guests joining us here today. Daniel had some stuff to take care of. I'm sure we will see him again. Again, make sure you guys go and follow Daniel at Fear the Bay on Twitter /X, on YouTube, Fear the Bay. A lot of good content. I'm actually waiting for him to put something out. But the kickoff is at 4:05 Eastern time. All right. So right now the over under is 44.5 points. Vegas has the Seahawks -3.5. So right now the Seahawks, Sam Darnold is playing pretty damn good. He's 905 yards, 5 TDs. Let's go to his statistics let's hold off because I'm waiting on a couple of guests, and we'll discuss that. Christopher Cole, what's going on, man? Loyal listener, I appreciate you, man. Evening. Any thoughts you got heading into Seattle, man? Any questions you got? Leave them right there in the comment section. Make sure you guys smash that like button too. That's greatly appreciated. So let's take a look at this right here. All right. So points scored per game, the Seattle Seahawks, they average about 27 points. Yeah, 28 points. They're sixth in the league for points scored a game. So depending on what this injury report looks like, that's a good test for these young defensive backs. So that's something I want to look out for. And again, I'm not going to waste too much time on this because, like I said, I like to wait. We do a post-game and pre-game show. Pre-game show, I'm going to do a deeper dive. That's something new that we're doing. The straight out, the pre-game, the post-game yesterday, Sunday was lit. Let me pause. I actually appreciate what you guys did, man. It sucks because I stream on X as well, and we don't really get the viewerships for X. It's mostly on the YouTube, but we had 50 something people from X watching and listening, and then we had another 50 something people. It was it was a lot of people. It was 80 something people at one point. I'm really happy about that. But I prefer everybody just to watch on YouTube. It goes a long way. But the post game was lit, and we had a bunch of people in there commenting, talking about the game. Eagle fans, some of them whatever, but some of them I can't thank you guys enough. That was probably one of the funnest episodes I did. So hats off to you guys. Let's go to Christopher Cole. Let's see what he's got to say. I wonder how much they play Tucker. So that's a good question because I really haven't gotten into the injuries yet. My whole thing is, can the Buccaneers survive in Seattle? So let's talk about that. Can they survive this game in Seattle? Is there a team out there that has more injuries than the Buccaneers right now? I'm just curious, man, because this is becoming a pattern. I'm going to kind of push these notes to the side, and I'm going to kind of take it back to the original Frozen Pirate podcast rants here. They got to do something about these injuries. This is horrendous. These injuries are becoming a big problem for this team. There's only so many times I can come on here and say, hey, next man up. Eventually, there's not going to be nobody else to step up. This is the injuries. I don't know why this team, it's I'm not going to say that they're soft, but it's just the amount of injuries that this team suffers is ridiculous. I think the only other team that's kind of going through it really is the 49ers, but shout out to Tony and Craft Craft Masters Barbershop. Out here in Fall River. I get my cut there all the time. I walk in there. You know what? Let me plug them real quick. I walk in there like a 3.5. I leave there after Kevin's all set cutting me up. I leave there looking like a strong 8.5, man. So shout out to Kevin and shout out to Tony from Craft Masters Barbershop. Get right in the area. Go check them out. But you know, the injury situation, the Niners have it just as bad as we do. The Niners have it just as bad as we do. And to what Christopher Cole is saying here, injuries are terrible across the league. Well, there's a certain, for me, MetLife Stadium, and I'll wait until Jamie and Dino jump on because I'm sure they're going to have a lot to say about that. You know, tonight's episode is just going to be more laid back. You know, I tend to like use the notes and stuff like that, but I feel like this episode is going to be a little different because, like I said, it's the biggest thing that's bothering me with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are injuries and the special teams play. The injury bug, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in the facility, why guys are constantly getting banged up. You know, we have 2 guys out for the season. You have, Cody Mauch. He's done for the season. Kalijah Kancey's done for the season. The list goes on and on. Luke Gedicke's not coming back until whenever, you know, the list goes on. And it sucks because it's like, you know, Jalen McMillan, damned if you play him in the preseason, damned if you don't. Damned if you do and damned if you don't. It's just like this team can't catch a freaking break when it comes to injuries. And I said in the beginning of the season, that's why I tell you guys, make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast, man, because like I said, I got a lot of good takes here. The only thing holding us back is injuries. It's injuries. If the Buccaneers don't win the NFC South this year, you're going to look back and say, oh, they had a losing record. Why? Oh, because so-and-so went down, this one went down. And I get it, that next man up mentality. But you can't have a next man up mentality if it's across the board with these injuries. At one point, we're playing with 3 guys on the offensive line that are backups. I mean, did the offensive line play a little bit better this week? Yeah, I mean, Baker got sacked a few times. I mean, I don't have the statistics in front of me because I try to like my Bill Belichick voice, we're on to Seattle. Like, you try to move on. Like, there's no point of sitting here and crying about what happened last week. You know, we got to pump block. We got to work on special teams, but it's getting repetitive now. Every week, there's something wrong with special teams. We got to fix that. You take 7 points off that board, that's a different ball game. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, correct me if I'm wrong, but anytime this shit happens, we lose the damn game. It happened in Detroit. I mean, it happened with the Detroit Lions. Remember, we wore the creamsicle jerseys. Baker had a tip ball, boom, intercepted, in for a touchdown. And that was it. We were playing catch up the whole game. It's like every time it ruins the mojo. Like, we go out there, we get into a rhythm because that drive looked promising. And then we just couldn't get it on 3rd down, go out for a pump, boom, blocked. It's ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. And then the amount of injuries. And I think the reason why there's so many injuries to this team is because they're going out and they're playing so freaking hard that they're giving it all to come back and make a play. Bucky is a warrior. You want to talk about Mr. Reliable? That dude was making plays. He caught touchdown passes. What is it? 77-yard bomb from Baker Mayfield. He took it to the house. He was running the football. Unfortunately, he got banged up on an ankle injury. He's in a walking boot right now. It's because, you know, they go to the well too much. I want to see Rachaad White step up a little bit, and I want to see him get going because once you get Rachaad going, he can wear down a defense. And I'm curious to see Sean Tucker. Like, I kept on propping him up. You know, this is a 3-headed monster. So now we'll see what happens in Seattle. But can they survive the Seahawks? Because the Seahawks are a pretty damn good team. Let's get back to it. You know, as far as the Seahawks go, you know, they're 6th in the NFL for scoring points. They're 2nd in the NFL for points allowed. Okay. Their takeaway differential, they're +1. They're 10th in the league. You know, passing yards per game, 13th with 221. Not too far back from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know, rushing yards per game are 110, 18th in the league. Defensive passing yards per game, they're 17th in the league. Defensive rush yards, they only allow about 89 yards. They're 6th in the league. Right behind, guess who? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is going to be a tough game for both teams. I don't think the Buccaneers are going to roll over, even though that we're banged up, and I'm going to pull up the injury report in just a little bit. But let's get to this comment right here. We already read that. Sorry, Chris. Injuries aren't avoidable, but bad special teams, that's just the facts. Ben Cornett, shout out to Ben Cornett, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I look, as far as injuries go, these trainers, I don't know who it is. They have to do a better job. We got to figure this out. We can't keep having this. Who's next? Baker? We can't keep doing this, man. We got to figure this out with the injuries. We do, because this is becoming ridiculous. And the special teams is atrocious. We're better than this. In my opinion, we're better than this. If you take a look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now, points scored per game, we're 14th in the league for that. So top 20, that's respectable. Points allowed per game is 20th. So that's what concerns me, because you have a young secondary going up against a really good wide receiving core in the Seattle Seahawks. This is going to be an interesting game. I believe the Seahawks lead the all-time series. I think they're 9-6 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But one thing that the Buccaneers do have going for them in this game, they're a top 10 defense. They're a top 10 defense, in my opinion. I mean, 5th in rushing yards allowed, 11th in passing yards per game. And it's a pretty good matchup between the Seahawks and the Buccaneers. I mean, I'm excited for this game because it's 1976. Both teams came into the NFL. The Buccaneers were in the AFC West at that point. That was wild to think that. And we can do another episode about the realignment of the NFL division, because I think it's kind of all over the place. But let's see. Christopher Cole says the Eagles were pretty much healthy and still had a hard time winning against us. Well, that's what I'm saying. The reason why the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lost this game is because they shot themselves in the foot. Special teams is horrendous. And at times, you become pretty predictable. One thing I did hear is that Coach Grizzard, he needs to do a better job of calling plays. I'm going to agree with that statement just a little bit. I did not like our last drive against the Eagles. I thought that was horrendous. The end around, I don't know why you're calling that shit. I get you're trying to get creative. I get you're trying to adjust. I understand. But I thought it reminded me of Dave Canales. I thought Dave Canales was calling plays. And that's not a shot at Dave. I love Dave Canales. I respect what he did for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But geez Louise, man, like it was a lot of inconsistency. Cooper Kupp is a guy that the Seahawks picked up, and Sam Darnold. I'll tell you what, Sam Darnold looks good, man. He looks good. Let's take a look at what the Buccaneers are up against. Like I said, I'm not going to waste too much time because we have a lot of stuff to talk about when it comes to around the NFL today. We got Tyreek Hill news. I got some pictures of Tyreek Hill and all his baby mamas, and all that fun stuff. We actually have State of the South coming up too with Ralph. He should be joining us in just a little bit. Sam Darnold is a funny cat, man. They gave up on him in New York. And then he goes to the Carolina Panthers like Baker. They gave up on him over there. Goes to Minnesota, lights the world on fire. And now because JJ McCarthy got hurt, he got the start, and now he finds himself, he's been with quite a few teams, the Jets, the Panthers, the Niners, the Vikings, and now the Seahawks. Can he find a home with Seattle? So as of right now, I'm looking at his statistics. They're not all bad, man. He had a bad game against Pittsburgh. He had 2 interceptions against Pittsburgh. They won that game 31-17. Let's see here. They lost to the San Francisco 49ers. 17-13. I know. Look, he's had some pretty good stats outside of that one game. He threw for 150 yards. Let's see. The Steelers, he threw 2 interceptions. His release is very quick, and that's something that's kind of concerning for me because, like I said, the Buccaneers pass rush needs to get there. Although the Buccaneers pass rush did get there last week against the Eagles. I think it was like 11 tackles for loss. They got a couple of sacks. Vita Vea did pretty good. But, this is a team that they're going to try to throw the ball quickly, like fast. They're going to get rid of it fast. So I'm curious to see what Todd Bowles has in store for the Seattle Seahawks. Let's go to the comments here. Virgin Boys, what's up, man? How's it going? Appreciate you, man. Did you see the injury report? Half of our team is on there. What are you talking about? That injury report right there? Let's take you down here. Let's get this out of here. Let's take a look at this injury report. All right. As of this far, of Wednesday, Jamel Dean did not practice. Mike Evans did not practice. Obviously, he's a no-go. Greg Gaines did not practice. Bucky Irvin did not practice. Christian Izzian did not practice. Look at this. Levante David, obviously limited. Hassan Reddick, limited. Logan Hall, limited. Full participation. Chris Godwin, Charlie Hagstein, McCollum. That's a lot of injuries compared to what you see with the Seahawks. Jamel Dean, I think he's out. Mike Evans is out. Bucky Irvin is probably going to be out. Benjamin Morrison, from what I hear, he's not playing. This is the type of shit that frustrates me, man. It does. It frustrates the hell out of me because it's like, here we are, and for me, I think in order for the Buccaneers to really advance deep into the playoffs, they have to get that bye week. And it sucks because now the Eagles beat us, but I think that was a pretty important thing that the Buccaneers had to get that bye week. They had to get that bye week. That's a must. I think the Buccaneers, with the amount of injuries, and I have to agree with a lot of the guys that are here, like Jay Retcher, he was kind of going off on it, and I love the enthusiasm by Jay. But he was saying it. He goes, next man up mentality, F that. Like, the amount of injuries here, it's ridiculous. At least they're happening right now. No, it sucks, dude. We can't have this happen right now, because it's very frustrating to watch. It really is. It's very frustrating to watch. Our guy Chris here. What's going on, Chris? Got the heat on out there, pal? Cold New England night. Dave didn't call a very good game last weekend. I'm not a fan of the head coach being OC's too. Thoughts on Dave Canales? Dave Canales, to me, is very inconsistent. What we saw against the Patriots, and Ralph's going to be joining us in a little bit. He should be joining us for State of the South. I was shocked. I really thought that the Panthers were going to really put up a fight against New England, and I thought they would kind of like take that game from New England, but they just didn't. They just didn't. And Dave Canales' inconsistency is costing the Carolina Panthers. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they got a quarterback problem, but I'll wait until Ralph gets in here. He's a Carolina Panthers fan. He can get into it. Let's bring in Jamie, and then I'll bring in Dino because I know Dino's got something going on. You got to switch the PlayStation remote to your regular remote, buddy. So I'm going to take you off. I'm going to wait until Jamie does that. So, but yeah, the Tampa Bay Bucs, the Atlanta Falcons, the New Orleans Saints, the Carolina Panthers. It's quite the it was quite the month of September. I'm not going to complain though. The Buccaneers are 3-1. Look, guys, it wasn't all bad. 3-1. You won 3 out of those 4 games against I guess teams that a lot of people say, well, they have losing records. Listen, it's September. It's very early, and we'll see what happens. You put up a hell of a fight against the Eagles. Curious to see what Jamie's got to say as we wait on Ralph. Let's bring Jamie in right now. Jamie, good evening.
Hello.
Hello. How we doing?
Doing well. I'm tired. I was flying the last couple days for work. Got back this afternoon.
Really?
Made dinner for the family. Got the
What'd you
boys.
make? What'd you make? What'd you make?
Oh, very simple. Some sautéed, then steamed broccoli and cauliflower, some
Really?
beans, and then I just threw some fish sticks in the oven because I got back too late to thaw anything out of the meat freezer to make like a proper dinner. So
So we were just talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and some of the issues that they're having. I'd like to hear what your take is. Special teams are sinking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, in my opinion. You know, the Buccaneers, obviously, that game against the Eagles, you know, with the block punt to start. I mean, I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. If you start your first drive and it's promising and then you wind up punting and then you get a block punt and the other team returns it back for 7 points, that's pretty freaking demoralizing. And it's not a good way to start the game.
yeah, but it's not special teams that are sinking the Bucs. It's injuries, right? Like
I
the
think it's
special teams play. Yes, that's frustrating, but you also have to look. I mean, there is a resurgence of the importance of special teams in the NFL. I mean, we
Thank
talked
God.
about this. Yeah, I mean, it's fun.
It is.
Some of it is the kickoff rule, right? Is making it more exciting. It seems like half the teams in the NFL remembered last week that you're allowed to block field goals.
Yeah.
You saw who the NFL special teams player of the week is, I presume?
I did not. No.
That would be Josh Blackwell for your Chicago Bears.
Yeah. So before we get any further with that, Jamie is so negative. The Bears won that game, and he just found a way to be miserable about it.
Yeah, I'm starting to sound like you, huh?
Jesus
You
Christ!
remember I used to yell at
Jamie.
you for that? The Bucs would win a game, and then you'd spend the whole week dogging them because they didn't win the way you wanted them to.
Yeah,
But no, look, I mean that was one of those games. The Bears, look, they had 3 picks and a fumble recovery, and they got 6 points off of it. I mean, that is terrifying. That reminds me of the 2000s Lovie Smith Bears with Rex Grossman, where it's like the offense can do nothing. The defense does everything for them, and they still can't do anything with it. And then they have to come and win it with a blocked field goal as time is expiring. I mean, look, great play by Josh Blackwell. It's awesome to see them take special teams seriously. But for a team to put themselves in that position against a mediocre team like the Raiders, and you're getting 4 takeaways like that, and you can't do anything with it. I mean, they literally didn't get a touchdown out of it.
Yeah.
In the red zone, I think their first 4 red zone possessions, that was 6 points. They got 2 field goals out of 4 red zone possessions. You are not going to be successful in this league like that.
No.
And not just you're not going to do well in the playoffs. You're not going to make it to the playoffs. You're not going to be in a playoff conversation. And I don't expect, we talked about this with Leo. Like, I don't expect them to be a playoff team this year by any stretch. But I do expect improvements over last year.
Yeah.
And, they're 2-2. That's fine. One convincing win, one win that should have been convincing and wasn't.
Yeah.
And good teams beat bad teams. And the Raiders aren't looking like a particularly good team, and they certainly weren't playing like it. I think what I texted you after the game is the Raiders tried their hardest to lose, and the Bears were trying even harder for most of the game.
Yeah.
It's just, I like Ben Johnson. Teams take a while to get together. One of the things Leo talked about is he expects the O-line to gel around week 6.
Well, it's still, like I said, it's still early. It's September. October is now here. This is when you really start to get a vibe for a team and the identity starts to build. Like I said, I think the identities of the teams that we're seeing right now, like the Buccaneers, I don't think that's their real true identity. I don't think they're going to be living on the edge. I don't think they're going to be fourth quarter heroes, because you can't live like that. You can't.
Well, the problem is a lot of your injuries are really serious injuries, right? They're not guys missing a week or two. And
there's your injury report, buddy.
Did you talk about the Todd Bowles? That's what I was pulling up. Did you talk about the Todd Bowles quote from earlier today?
I did not pull that up. I got home pretty late today. Cody was I know we're getting off subject here, but Cody. Oh, actually, let me bring in Dino, man. I forgot all about him. Sorry, bud. Sorry to keep you hanging.
It's okay. Hey, hold on. Before you guys move on, hey, Louis, I said this 2 weeks ago, right? To win in the NFL, you got to go 3-1 every quarter. 3-1. You want to be in the playoffs? 3-1. You want to win your division? 3-1. Like, you guys are fine. You're
Oh, I'm
panicking
happy.
because of injuries.
Well, no.
You're
I'm happy because they survived the month of September, considering the amount of injuries. Like, hey, that's no easy task to go out there and have 3 of your offensive linemen not playing. You know what I'm saying? That's no easy task. And arguably the best offensive lineman in the league in Tristan Wirfs. To go 3-1. I mean, you had a couple of casualties with Mike. Listen, we all know the situation with Mike, the hamstrings, being somebody that's tall like that, the Florida Heat. I get it. But as you get older, those hamstrings, they get a little bit more trickier, they linger a little bit longer. And I think everybody's just so hell bent on Mike getting that 1,000 yards, and that's becoming a focal point. That's why it becomes heartbreaking. But like
He
now,
doesn't give a shit. He wants to win the Super Bowl.
yeah, no,
He-
I know, but I'm just saying, but when you can be
know?
immortalized with Jerry Rice and you can say, hey, I broke that record of Jerry Rice, that's huge, man.
I think if you asked him choose between 1,000 yards and the Super Bowl, he'd pick the Super Bowl, no question.
That's what I'm telling you, right? It's
But
like,
I do think he cares. I mean,
Yeah.
I think Louis is right. That's rarefied air. That's
Right.
we're
Yeah,
talking about
that's-
stuff that
you're
no
not-
one's done.
he's already tied. He's already tied him. Like,
Yeah,
he's
but-
already
but-
immortalized with him, right?
But
Yeah.
but
It's
if he breaks that record, I don't know that. I mean, I certainly not in our lifetimes do we see anyone do that again, unless they go to 20-game seasons.
Yeah,
It's like
and
Barry
not only
Sanders. Remember, Barry Sanders said he didn't want to beat Walter Payton's record.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then you had Emmett Smith, who didn't care about it, and just
like I said, this whole situation with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now for me, and I'm going to bring in Ralph because we're going to do State of the South. You guys are more than welcome to chime in because this is a segment that we do every half hour of the show. Because I got a lot of questions to ask him about the Carolina Panthers, and I'm sure he's not too. I see him smiling backstage. I don't think he's too happy about it. Look, I'm happy that the Buccaneers are 3-1. They're going into Seattle. I'm a little iffy about this game because a lot of people are not really like thinking anything of the Seattle Seahawks, but in all reality, the Seahawks, they have a really good run defense. Sam Darnold is gone there. A lot of people just thought, hey, that the Seahawks are whatever. No, man, they're doing pretty damn good.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, and he's like one of the best quarterbacks at releasing the football quick, man. And like I said, that loss that they had, I believe it was against, it was the 49ers, 17-13 divisional game. They beat the Steelers 31-17. They beat the bricks off the Saints 44 points. That's what you do to bad teams.
Yep.
You put up a 40-50 burger on them. And they beat a really good Arizona Cardinals team 23-20. You know what I'm saying?
Are the Cardinals good? We don't know that answer yet.
I think
they're either really good or really bad, and it just depends how they wake up.
But that's how they live. You never know. You never know with them.
It's true. The Cardinals have been like that for many years.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a toddler playing quarterback, you just don't know, man.
It's like they'll beat the living brains out of the 49ers, and then they'll just suck.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, so again,
no offense, kind of like the Carolina Panthers, right? Like,
oh
they'll
man,
beat the snot out of some teams, and then they'll lose to the Saints.
so again, I'm happy where the Buccaneers stand. I'm just not happy with the injury list because, like I said, that's a long list, man. Benjamin Morrison. Shout out to Donnie Abraham, man. Benjamin Morrison made some plays out there. I thought that was Donnie Abraham. I thought it was 1996, 1997 all over again, man. That kid looks good. Jacob Parrish looks good. The young corners. This is a good test for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The young corners with Zion McCollum, Jacob Parrish, and et cetera, and so on. Going up against the Seahawks and their wide receivers. It's going to be a good game. I think the NFL really dropped the ball here, man. I really think that this would be a very good primetime game. Both teams came in 1976, like I said. Chris says, Dino taking a piss in the woods.
No, I'm walking my dogs.
He's walking the dog. All right, let's bring in Ralph. All right, man. Let's see. Hold on. Let me fix this camera situation here. There we go. Ralph, what's going on, man?
Salmon fellas, what's up, man? What's going on?
How are you, sir?
How are you?
I gotta ask you. He's not doing too good. Carolina Panthers 40. What was it? 44-14, man.
42-13.
42-13, man.
Good Lord.
So, Ralph, we had you on the show. So, obviously, guys, before we move further, guys, thank you guys for watching the Frozen Pirate podcast. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Right now, this is a segment we're doing called State of the South, where we're going to go around the South. We'll finish up with the Buccaneers last. We'll start off with the Panthers first, so we can ease Ralph's pain here and get this done and over with.
I just want to make a comment. This is a young coaching staff, young team. This is what happens. You beat the snot out of the Falcons, and they couldn't control their emotions, right? And so that you go into the next game, and you just think you're like invincible, and then you get humbled.
I mean, I don't know. Ralph, let me ask you, what do you think happened? What do you think went wrong with the Carolina Panthers? Again, with this is State of the South, guys.
I think we just like that win against Atlanta was just like almost like a fluke, because ever since we had Bryce, we don't really have problems with the Falcons, whether we play them at home or on the road.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Beating Atlanta was no big deal. I just didn't see us beating them 30-0. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But because remember, we ended the season last year knocking the Falcons out of the playoffs. We beat them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. Thank you, by the way.
So, you know, beating the Falcons really ain't no – it's not really a big deal for us. You know what I'm saying? But we just got caught up, and I don't know, bro. We just not good enough to string together like back-to-back good performances. We just not. I don't know if it's the coaching. I don't know. You can't keep going through coaches and keep saying it's the coach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At some point, you got to look at some of the players. You got to look at the front office. You got to look at the scouting department. You got to look at the decision-making from free agent signings to drafting to trading. Because a lot of times it's almost like playing chess. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have the pieces set up the way you want them set up. But if you make one wrong move, that really messed your whole board up of everything up. So I think that's almost what happened. You know what I'm saying? When, you know, going back to the Bryce Young trade, at that point, in my opinion, I don't think it was no need to trade from 9 with the Chicago Bears all the way to 1.
You guys got robbed, man.
Yeah, for years.
For years. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think honestly, so Ralph, I sympathize with you there, and I agree with you 100% because it was kind of like what the Buccaneers did back in 2002 when they traded for John Gruden. It got us a Super Bowl, but I'll tell you what, a trade like that can set your franchise back years, because
I told you the 49ers should have traded Shanahan this offseason.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, bad trades like that have huge implications. Like the Buccaneers traded for John Gruden. They sent away draft picks. They sent away money. They did all that. And then we got a Super Bowl out of it. And then what happened? The following year, the 2003-2004 season, win-loss. A lot of inconsistency. And you had excuse my language, you went 8-8. And then from there on, it was just completely downhill, a couple of good years. And then it sets your franchise back because
same thing with the Bears when they traded up one pick to get Trubisky. They traded away like 2 years worth of picks and for nothing basically. And
hold on.
Same thing. It set us
I'm gonna
way back.
hop in here. You can just have the worst franchise back office like the Commanders or Redskins or whatever you want to call them, and not have a single first, second, or third round pick from the Ron Rivera era on your team. Like it doesn't matter if you trade away your draft picks if you can't draft.
Yeah,
Emmanuel Forbes, 16th overall.
Yeah.
Well, look.
That's a good point.
Again,
man, I was reading something earlier. Since David Tepper bought the team, we hadn't had back-to-back wins.
Wow.
Are you
really?
serious?
No,
Jamie, you're the stat guy. You got to pull that up.
Wow.
That's
A, I believe him. B, what do you want me to list every game they've had since he bought the team?
He bought the team.
Jesus Christ. So I got a comment here by Chris. This one's a good one for you. Got the heat on it. Well, he started me earlier. Got the heat on out there, pal. Cold night in New England. Dave didn't call a very good game last weekend. I'm not a fan of the head coaches being OCs too. Thoughts? So what are your thoughts on that? Are we satisfied with Dave Canales or because I'm right now I'm looking at where you guys stand as the Carolina Panthers. So right now you guys are 26th in the league for points scored, 19th in the league for points allowed. -1, so 19th in the turnover department there. Passing yards per game, you're 21st. Rushing yards per game, you're 26th. Defensive passing yards allowed, you're 12th. So your secondary is not too bad. Defensive rushing yards per game, you guys are giving up at least 130 yards, so you're 23rd in the league. Anytime I see a team like that in the high 20s, man, that's just a sign of a really bad team. Do you think you guys can turn it around? Because right now you're sitting at 1-3. You got the Miami Dolphins coming into town. You guys are 1-0 right now. It's
The Falcons are going. I mean, not the Falcons. The Dolphins are about to go on a losing streak.
well, I mean, they lost Tua, which was one of their premier wide receivers.
Tyreek.
But
No,
Tyreek.
Tyreek.
I mean Tyreek. Sorry.
He basically died. You should put up that meme I sent you, by the way. The one that
I
AB
have it.
posted.
I have it.
Hey,
That was really funny, Jamie.
Ralph, do you want a really fun stat? You probably already know this, but I'll just say this for everybody. In the 29 years that the Panthers have been in existence, they've never had back-to-back winning seasons.
Yeah.
Ever.
Wow. Really?
Never.
That's insane. Even with Cam Newton there?
Never.
Like, we made the playoffs, but it wasn't like it was at the time the division was so bad that we won by default. You know what I'm saying? But
Yep.
it wasn't winning.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what else is insane? All the chicks that Tyreek Hill impregnated here.
Oh man.
So is this
Now
the
this photo, Louis kind of is taking a little bit out of context. Can you show the full thing or no?
I can't because it's the way StreamYard.
Okay, so
elaborate here, Jamie.
This is an
Who are these
AI.
people?
This is an AI image, I believe. Although maybe not. Maybe it is a real image. But AB posted this on Twitter and said, "This is what the hospital looks like after they're done treating Tyreek." He does like having kids.
Yeah, he's got a lot of child support to pay. Hopefully, he
Yeah.
makes plenty of money in that.
He's got the lawsuit and criminal investigation with the ex-wife.
That's right.
But no one will ever outdo Philip Rivers, right?
What he's got 19 or
13 for I don't know.
more.
No, Sean Alexander just took him.
Oh, yeah,
that's,
Sean
that's
Alexander.
true. Yeah,
Sean
right,
Alexander just announced
Hold
their
on.
14th.
Yeah.
All right. So because Ralph never answered the question. So with the Carolina Panthers going up against the Miami Dolphins, both teams are 1-3. I think you guys kind of have a slight edge here just because your secondary is actually not that bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know you had a couple of questions about safety help and stuff like that with the Carolina Panthers, but I don't really think that's a problem. I think the problem is you guys are not generating a serious pass rush, giving the quarterback too much time to throw in the pocket. And I think, and I hate to say this because it's very early on in the season, are you okay with Bryce Young being the quarterback, the future of this team, or do you want to kind of bring somebody else in there, kind of like maybe a Richardson from the Colts?
You know what? I really at this point I don't want a young quarterback to be. So I'm not. I don't think we're gonna be invested in Bryce after this season.
Would you be opposed for them trading right now to go get like a guy like Anthony Richardson?
No, I don't know. Anthony Richardson, he stayed hurt too much. Like the smallest injuries. He have a wrist injury. He out 3 games. You know what I'm saying? A back injury. He out 5 games. So no, right. At this point, like I said before, I'll take a quarterback that's not in his 2nd or 3rd year, but not in his 8th or 9th year either. A quarterback that ain't quite panning out how they should. Similar.
Well, you guys had that. You guys had that in Sam Darnold, man.
The thing was, but we didn't have Dave Canals at the time.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
So who is that though?
Justin Fields,
I don't know.
I don't know.
who by the way still can't pass.
I don't know.
I want him to do so well, but
Dave Canals is better with those type of quarterbacks. You
Right.
know,
I think Winston gets traded to the Bengals.
I don't know.
they got to
Yeah.
get somebody. They got to get somebody.
Yeah, they got to get somebody over there. I actually did say that. I said, you know what? Christopher Cole brought up a good comment here. Shout out to him, loyal listener of the show. Go get Trask. He's available. He's going to be available.
It's not a terrible idea. Actually.
Yeah, it's not a terrible idea. That's a great idea, man. I really like that. shout out to Christopher Cole on that one. I wasn't even thinking about that. But I mean, I'm just trying to think of the quarterback market right now. I mean, for who the Carolina Panthers could bring in, because I think that's what needs to happen. I think they need somebody to kind of really, really give it to Bryce, because I mean, it's not panning out. I don't know if it's the system, but I think the best solution, I think the only guy that could really go in right now to save this Carolina Panthers offense, and unfortunately he can't because he already signed the big contract with the Raiders. I think Geno Smith was the perfect fit for the Carolina Panthers because of his history with Dave Canales, because him and Dave Canales did very well. Dave Canales helped revive his career in Seattle. I think that's the type of quarterback you guys are looking for, something like that. I think that's what they need.
I think if it was left up to Dave Canales, he probably would have went after Geno. But
Yeah.
they brought him in strictly for Bryce.
Right.
Got so much Bryce that he can't just let him go that easy. You know?
Yeah, they can't move from Bryce now. I think you're right. It's going to be next year. I also think that everyone is going to be trying to find. I mean, we're seeing what's happening around the NFL. Everyone's realizing, man, we need a serious backup. We can't just.
Yeah, it's important.
I was actually messaging with Stan earlier today.
Stan had a funny comment earlier. He's the first one to comment all the time. I was emotionally manipulated to be here, and also for the free beer.
That is true. I told him. He said, well, my phone is always silent, so I don't have notifications set up. So I said, all right, well, I'll just tell Louis that we're not important enough for you to click a subscribe button that costs you nothing and won't affect your life in any way, shape, or form.
I like that. That's good. It's good.
I stay manipulating.
Stay manipulating.
But I was messaging with Stan. I was like, I think people are going to reach out to the Bears about Bagent, because Bagent's one of the better backup quarterbacks in the league. And,
I wouldn't be surprised.
And he's young, and you have several years of preseason footage, and I think he started like 6 or 8 games by now, and it's actually won a chunk of them. And like when you see him out there, he looks like an NFL starting quarterback. And the Bears, they're stuck with Caleb for a couple more years, no matter what happens. So
I want to move on to one of the most interesting games this week coming up, and that's the New Orleans Saints, because we're going to shift our attention to the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. I mean, I'm ecstatic about the New Orleans Saints. I think they're doing fantastic this year. I'd like to see them continue this. I don't even know where to start with the Saints. I feel like it's a waste of time even talking about them. I mean,
yeah, I hate talking about them. It's because we have the same conversation every year.
Yeah, it's just
they suck. They're not going to be good at any point this year. They're not going to be good at any point next year. They've screwed themselves so hard with the salary cap, and then at some point every year they make a move where we go, what? That just set them back another year. Why are you doing that?
All right, so the New Orleans Saints right now, points scored
they got
per game.
us with a lot of more fucking trade.
Yeah, you guys fucking finessed. Dude, so points scored per game, where do you think they ranked in the league?
I mean, they got to be near the bottom, right?
28th. Points allowed, 30th. They allow 30 points per game. I'm going to tell you one thing right now. If the Buccaneers get them healthy, oh, boy.
I think the Buccaneers' second string could probably beat the Saints without a problem.
Teddy Bridgewater? Oh, absolutely. Hands down.
Oh, I don't mean second string quarterback. I mean their entire second string.
No, maybe. Yeah, maybe. All right. I mean, does anybody else have anything to say about the Saints? Because the Saints are absolute dog shit. I have no problem.
They trash, but a lot of games they actually kind of been in. They just lost in the second half. Like they lost to the Cardinals week 1 by a touchdown.
Yeah.
Then week 2, who did they play? San Francisco, they lost by 5.
Who's their head coach? Kellen
Moore.
Kellen Moore.
Now last week they got the hell beat out of them by
they got smashed.
Yeah. I played Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? And they actually was like right there with Buffalo until Buffalo peeled off it, towards the end. But I mean, they trash, but they've been playing, if football was played 2 quarters, the Saints probably would be undefeated.
Yeah, but who in the league is worse than them? The Titans, maybe.
The Titans. I mean, I mean, Jesus Christ, Cameron Ward there. He's getting
What did he say? If I'm keeping it real, we ass.
we
Yeah.
straight ass. We straight ass.
I mean, I think the Browns are better than them. I think
well, let's wrap up
I
the
think the
NFC.
Jets are better than them. I think the Saints are the worst team.
Let's
I think
go
the
back
Jets
to the
are the
Browns.
worst.
They're already benching Flacco and going with Dylan Gabriel.
Hold on, we got to hold off on that conversation for 10 minutes until my buddy
Yeah.
Chris gets here because we have to have a conversation about the
Let's
Shador
let's
interview.
wrap
But
up State
we
of the
can't do
South.
that for 10 minutes.
So who do the Falcons play this week? 'Cause let me see. I'm trying to look at the schedule here. Where are they? Atlanta. Who are you playing?
Got to buy.
They're bye
Oh, they
this
got it.
week.
Oh, already? Wow.
Yeah, it's Falcons, Bears, Packers. Who else?
Really? Already a bye week? That sucks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want a bye week.
Steelers. Yeah.
Yeah, I really wouldn't want a bye week early on in the season. That sucks. That's terrible.
Well, I mean, you guys could actually use it.
I was gonna say the Buccaneers would kill for a bye week right
no,
now.
I wouldn't want a bye week right now, man, because like I said, I feel like the Buccaneers, they need to keep going. They need to just keep going and
See who else drops.
Yeah, see who else drops, man.
Dude, put that injury report back up and tell me you don't want a bye week. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you what the Todd Bowles quote from today. You're telling me that team doesn't need a bye week? Come on. That's the entire defense and a huge portion of the offense.
He goes, that's the entire defense.
I mean, it is, right?
Jesus Christ.
Reddick, Hall, Levante David, Tyke Smith, Isian, Jamel Dean,
Yeah,
Greg Gaines, Benjamin Moore. I mean, you've got two entire strings of defensive backs that are out.
Yeah, I don't want to look at it no more.
So Bowles said earlier today, someone asked him in the after practice, they did a walkthrough practice today.
Yeah,
which is a little odd to do at this point in the season.
I mean,
and he got asked, well, can you tell us who's on the injury report? And then he goes, it would be quicker if I told you who wasn't on the injury report.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I really like his vibe this year.
Oh, dude, 2025 Todd Bowles is a vibe.
Yeah, I love Todd Bowles this year.
Because he knows if he doesn't go far into the playoffs, he's fired.
I don't think so.
Well, I don't know because
I think it's the opposite. I think he knows that he's secure.
Well, they gave him an extension, so I mean, regardless of what happens, he's gonna get paid. I mean, no offense, Ralph, but you guys know all about paying coaches that aren't there anymore.
Yeah, I think some coaches, even my coach, I think that's why he took the job. You know what I mean? That's probably not even his ideal coaching job in NFL, but he know that he probably ain't on the hot seat his first 2 years, and if he is, he still get paid.
Yeah,
and they probably gonna get him a coaching gig somewhere else.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. You can always go to the college ranks. But before we move on to around the NFL real quickly, I want to make everybody aware of something. DJ Ups, shout out to our guy at DJ Ups. We actually have some breaking news that I'm going to announce very, very soon within the next coming weeks with DJ Ups. Something cool that we got going on. But before I get on with the show, I just want to remind everybody right now, please. It's October 1st. DJ Ups is doing this thing where he's trying to raise $600 for kids to get costumes. So he wants to give 6 kids the opportunity, $100 each to go pick out a costume. That's their budget. He's very, very close right now. I think he's at like 400 and something. If you enter, whatever you donate, whatever it is, $1, $10, $15, $20, hell, if you're feeling generous, $50, whatever you want to donate, you automatically go into a raffle where you can win a Kalijah Cansey autographed jersey, Brad Johnson autographed jersey, which that's pretty interesting. Who else? Geez, I'm having a brain fart here. Kalijah Cansey, Brad Johnson, Antoine Winfield Jr., and I believe a Yankees player. So he's gonna announce the winner October 17th. I'm really trying to help him get to that goal because, like I said, man, it's for the kids. I know what that's like, not having a costume and not be able to go trick or treating on Halloween. It's a shitty feeling, and no kid should feel like that, especially on Halloween. That's a fun time, man. Regardless of what's going on, guys, just please go and donate. You can go to his Facebook page, Jay Pringle. Click on the link; he has it available. I post it on my story a lot, so be on the lookout for that. Also, you can follow him on Instagram, DJ Ups. he has the link right there for the GoFundMe, man. It's Costumes for Kids, man. It's a good charity, and he's going to continue that. And then, like I said, I'm just trying to help him get to that goal. And then later on this month, we'll announce the winner and of an autographed jersey. And then we'll also announce some news that we got. Very exciting stuff here with the Frozen Pirate podcast. So make sure
just
you guys...
a quick personal note for Louis.
Oh boy.
You know, a lot of you guys wondering about the costume things, why this is so near and dear to Louis's heart. One of the reasons that Louis has so many bad tattoos is so it always looks like he's in a Halloween costume because he never wants to be without again.
Wow. Unbelievable. What a douche. A douche. All right, let's move on to
come on, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry. Let's move on to around the NFL, guys. All right. Interesting week so far. Actually, interesting season. I mean, every season is pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. But a lot of exciting stuff. Hold on, a lot of exciting stuff. But one thing that's been very exciting, Jamie, we were talking about this. The amount of special teams becoming a thing now. Before it was kind of like an afterthought. Oh, we're gonna kick the ball off, touchback. Oh, we're gonna punt the ball away, touchback. Like very rarely you saw returns in this era of football. I want to say, you know, when did they start changing the rules? What is it, like 2015, 2014, around that, right? Around that time?
Yeah. Gosh, has it been that long? I don't remember exactly when they started tinkering with it, but it feels like it's like every 2 years we have a new kickoff. I would have guessed it would have been like 2018 or 20.
Okay, yeah, so I was a little off, but I'm not going to lie. I am very happy in the rule changes. I've been satisfied, even though we've kind of been on the back end of it a little bit, but I'm actually very satisfied with the rules because no matter what, you are not out of it. And it's so exciting because, you know, you could be up by 4 points with 30 seconds left, and all it takes is for a team to return it back to the house, and it's possible. It's not like before. It's very possible, and I think it's.
I hate that you have to
back.
Announce the onside. There's no.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
No,
you do. You do.
Do you? You still?
Yeah.
I thought
you have
they.
to announce
the
onside.
Louis, what they changed is it doesn't have to be.
So you can do it. You don't have to wait till the last 2 minutes. If you're down by 7 at any point, you can go ahead and do it.
Okay,
but you have to announce it, and the reasoning behind that, which makes perfect sense, is if you're going to have this landing zone and blah blah blah, you have to know when it's being enforced and when it's not being enforced, right? So I get that. Well, that's the trade-off you have to make, right? In order for the landing zone rule to be enforceable, you know, you have to announce it. It's similar to a player reporting eligible, right?
Yeah.
Like in order for the rules to make sense, you need that in place. But it takes away some of the fun, right?
I don't know. I feel like it takes away from the element of surprise. Like, it just.
Well, there is no surprise.
Yeah, it takes all the element of surprise out of it. However, it does mean that you just have to be so much better at executing it than your opponent. And so it does sort of force a situation where you have to have better special teams. Well, truly, not just surprise someone.
Right.
Go ahead, Ralph. Go ahead.
I want to know, like, what's the actual percentages of, like, before the rule change, what was the percentage of onside kicks getting recovered?
Oh God, crazy low. I actually pulled it up a few weeks ago.
Last year it was historically low.
Right? Yeah.
And I mean, ounce that you're doing the onside kick, bro, it's even lower.
Oh yeah, it's nearly impossible to. I mean, it's Pat McAfee.
Yeah, I mean, it last year they didn't have surprise onside kicks either. So it was a 6% success rate, 3 out of 41, or 3 out of 45.
3 out of 45. Oh my God, that's nuts. I don't know. I don't.
How many
I don't think
5 years ago, Jamie?
Hold on, everyone, calm down. In 2020, they can go very fast. I'm a typist. In 2021, it was 16.1% with 9 out of 56. But that was a big increase from the year before because they limited the amount of players in the receiving team setup zone. So it's like, that year was engineered to be high because they limited how many hands guys you can have up there.
Right.
So, we shouldn't, and this is something Louis and I talk about a lot. Like, we should always be wary of being those guys and being like, oh, they shouldn't have changed this rule, because the rules are getting changed all the time. Like, I wish it was the way it was back in the day. Like, but those were new rules then, and there were different rules before then. And the NFL's always been like that. It's a constantly evolving game. I think probably more so than any of the big four sports. The NFL, just because it's such a complex game, is constantly tinkering with the rules.
Well, we got a special guest joining us real quick. I got to bring him in. I got to see what his take is. Jamie, I don't know if you're familiar with him because you're a Bears fan. Port Richie Lou is a guy on X, huge Buccaneers fan. He gets the juices flowing. He gets everybody pumped up, man. All the Buc fans, he gets us pumped up. He's like, how can I put it? He's the general, man. He gets us all fired up, ready to go, man. Jamie, I don't know if I told you this story, but I'll tell you real quick. So we were in Orlando, we were at Disney, and it was week 1 against the Falcons, and I'm just kind of laying in bed there, and then going through the phone. I'm getting ready to do the pregame show and stuff like that. I was tired as hell. We had a long night, and then all of a sudden, Lou pops up on my feed, and he goes, "Get the fuck up, motherfuckers! It's game day!" And I was like, "Fuck, I gotta get up!" He gets everybody pumped up. So, real quickly, guys, I'm gonna bring him in real quick and get his thoughts because it's Seahawks week. So I want to see what he's got to say. Lou, what's going on, man? What's going on?
My brother, I'm here, man. By the way, hi everyone, man. I'm here, man. Just fucking. I saw that fucking Bucky news, man, and I was like, "What the fuck? Really?
Yeah, man. He's in the walking boot.
Dude, so have they come down with anything official, or it's all they're keeping it on the down low?
I don't.
He had the MRI today, I believe, so we'll probably get the results tomorrow, I would imagine.
Yeah, because I was hearing that he's going to be.
If he can practice on Friday, then he's going to play.
Yeah, he's going to play.
If he's not going to practice on Friday.
Yeah.
Man. Fuck that, bro. I don't want to see that dude play. Not if he's in a fucking boot, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong. Bucky's Bucky and shit, but, we need him in January, bro. You know what I'm saying? If he goes out there, he fucks it up, and then we lost him for the season, it ain't worth it. Not against the fucking Seahawks. Fuck those motherfuckers.
Listen, kids, earmuffs, man. Anytime Lou comes on here, man, he's unfiltered and raw, man. What's your take on the Buccaneers and Seahawks, man? What do you want to see happen? Because, like I said, Lou, they're not a bad team, the Seahawks. Sam Darnold is pretty damn good, especially with the Seahawks. But, I mean, I think it comes down to injuries for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I also think they have to play to their strong suits. They got to, again, I don't know, man. I got to do a deeper dive on this game. It's too early to tell because we don't know who's going to play. We don't know the situation with Bucky. I think he's going to be out 2 weeks, maybe tops. I can't see him going out longer than that. But this is going to be an interesting game. And I even said this at the early in the show. I wish they would have moved this game to primetime because you have the makings of a really good game. Like both teams from 1976 first entered the league, man. I just want to know where's your head at.
But you know why they're not, right?
No, why?
Because the Mariners have a home game and they're in the playoffs for the first time in forever, and the Mariners are really exciting this year. So the stadiums are right by each other as well. I think they're like across the street from each other.
Okay, all right. So they don't want to. Yeah, I get what they're doing. But Lou, where's your head at with this game? What's your take, man?
Well, first of all, fuck Sammy D. Then. I think. Look, man, Bucky ain't fucking playing, man. He can't fucking play.
No.
So we got to come long and strong. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is we pound the fucking rock. We're gonna get shot and we're gonna get tucked. We're gonna fucking hammer them with shot. When they get tired with shot, we bring the fucking juggernaut. Tuck. That motherfucker's a truck, man. They're going to get fucking hit and hit and hit. Motherfucker's going to wake up the next morning asking if somebody got the fucking license plate. You know what I'm saying? We got some fucking dogs on that fucking team, bro. Yeah, I know we're hurt. We got some man down, bro. But it's next man up and shit. It's just, dude, the guys got to step up, man. They got to step up, man. It's the bottom line and shit, man. I mean, how are we looking at corner, bro? I mean, I know Dean and BMO, man. Any of those guys going to be able to go, or we don't know?
Benjamin Morrison, I don't think he's playing, and I believe Jamie. I think it was somebody said that. I don't think Jamel Dean's going either.
No, he didn't practice. He's unlikely to
groin
go.
Injury. Yeah.
Zion McCollum is back. His thumb is hurt, but he's back. Benjamin Morrison didn't practice.
Here's the list right there.
He didn't practice.
So as
Reddick is limited. I mean, the whole secondary just beat the hell up.
It's Wednesday.
As of Wednesday, you got Jamel Dean did not participate. Mike Evans did not participate. Greg Gaines did not participate. Bucky Irvin did not participate. Christian Izzian did not participate. Baker Mayfield did not participate. I mean, Baker's going to go. Baker's a dog. Benjamin Morrison, Sterling Shepard.
Yeah, but how much is last week's loss come down to? Like that interception he threw in the end zone, that looked like that was a result of the injury, right? You can't have a bicep injury on your throwing arm. And his whole thing is that he's got a cannon, right? He's got a monster arm.
I looked at the all-22 and I seen two defenders there. A lot of people said, "Oh no, Chris was open." Yeah, Chris was open for a brief second. He was open for a little bit.
He threw it so weak.
Jahad Campbell, can we just say Jahad Campbell?
But it was Jahad Campbell who
he just made a play.
The Buccaneers should have drafted.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad with Emeka Egbuka. I'm not mad.
Yeah, I mean, Emeka Egbuka has been incredible.
But on defense, we've used Jahad Campbell? I'm curious to see what Jahad Campbell would have looked like in a Buccaneers defense. I really am, because he's been playing lights out, phenomenal for the Eagles. But at the end of the day, we can sit here as Buccaneer fans and moan and complain and cry. But at the end of the day, look, we went fucking 3-1 in September. A lot of people said we were going to go 1-3, 2-2, 0-4. Because of all these injuries to Tristan and so on and so on and so on. And considering the fact that we went toe-to-toe, blow for blow with the defending Super Bowl champs, and in my opinion, I think we should have won that game, but we just came up short because we can't continuously live and die in the fourth quarter. We shot ourselves in the foot, special teams, and a few other things, but you're on to Seattle now. I sound like Bill Belichick when I say that. We're on to Seattle. We'll see those fuckers again in the playoffs. And I know a lot of people are like, well, you can't say that. Listen, the Eagles are going to go. They're going to the playoffs. As ugly as that offense looks, man, they know how to win games. The wide receivers like A.J. Brown may not like it, but guess what? They're going to win without A.J. Brown. You know what I'm saying?
No, they're going to win with AJ Brown.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, if he doesn't want to be there and they trade him, they're going to win without him.
No, he's just doing wide receiver diva shit. Though he'll get a couple touchdowns.
But I listen. This is my take with the Eagles. I think they're going to win regardless, just because of the fact that the way they've evolved that tush push. Like when they lined up the tush push against the Buccaneers on the goal line, nobody, including myself, thought that Goddard was going to get the ball.
The fake tush push sweep was sick.
Nobody thought that. Lou, did you think they were going to do? I didn't think they were going to do that. They fooled me.
Look, man. They know, like we know, that the tush push can't be done on the Bucs. So they got to do fucking trickery, man. Fuck them, bro. And fuck the refs for fucking us with all those fucking holding and the fucking fumble.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Big. That was big. The amount of images, I don't know if you guys, I wish I would have put them up, man. The amount of times that Godwin's jersey was getting pulled, I think it was Fox that said something about it. They brought up the pictures like, geez, how do you not call this?
They showed the jersey pull. Although he did get one on the jersey pull as well.
Yeah, but it's just like, Jesus Christ. And then, I'm sorry, that call with Bucky, that wasn't a fumble. That wasn't a fumble. His shin was on the ground. The forearm was down. He didn't fumble that football, man. It's just, but you know what? You can't cry it over spilled milk, man, and it's unfortunate that we lost that game, but we also didn't really do much to win. I mean, we did a lot to win that game, but unfortunately, special teams killed us. The block punt early on in the game that killed us.
That has been around the NFL.
Yeah, that's been around the NFL.
Hey Lou, have you seen? This is for Port Richie, Lou, not for host Lou. Have you seen the Shedeur Sanders interview yet?
Which one, man? No, I haven't, brother.
They just did, I don't know if it was yesterday or today, but they asked him about Dylan Gabriel getting the start next week, and he gave all of his answers rather than saying anything, just moving his mouth without making any noises. He did basically a version of like a mime thing.
Yeah.
It's the oddest.
Serious?
I'm dead serious.
I'm gonna see if I can.
Lou, you got to find that video. I can send you a link.
That was a fucking Jedi fucking interview. What the fuck was that?
So he moves his mouth and like laughs like he's talking and interacting with them, but he's not actually saying anything.
Jesus. So with like he moved his mouth with no audio.
Yep. I thought when I first saw the video, I thought someone loaded one with out of sync audio. I was like, what is he saying? What everyone's talking about this video and I can't hear what the hell he's saying. Why would they upload a stupid video?
How did the reporter recover, brother?
He did it to like 3 reporters in a row.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy.
No, he did it.
Yeah,
and
the team listed him. The team listed him as the third quarterback for their game.
Yeah. So they benched Joe Flacco.
I get it. It's funny. You're a kid. You want to screw around. You want to mess with people a little bit. I understand that. But also, you're making boatloads of money, and you're trying to prove that you're starting quarterback material, and this is how you behave at your job. Like, you're still at work, right? You're still getting paid.
Dude, you gotta be mature.
I think the most important thing he was saying was to every GM that passed on him, he was saying, see, you were right the whole time.
I was about to say, the Ravens wanted to take him earlier.
Yep.
And
his dad said don't draft him because he's not going to sit behind Lamar. And it's like, you'd be starting this week, buddy, but instead you're dicking around being third string on the Browns.
Yeah.
Good job with your $1 million draft party.
I'm trying to find it right now.
Wow.
Let's see. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, man. That whole deal, man. I mean, if I don't know if you heard about that whole how they do the draft process here, and they got that protocol is he that man, and the whole protocol there is to see if he's a gamer, if he's mature, he's not a diva and all that, man. Wow. And that dude would have never passed, bro.
Hey Louie, will you highlight Chris Nixon's comment?
I did. Chris Nixon says, first time commenter. What's going on, Chris? Long time listener. I like commentary on Shedeur Sanders.
There you go. Asking you shall receive.
Ralph, what were you gonna say?
No, I was saying it was all over IG. I seen it earlier today.
I'm trying to find it right now on YouTube because I'm trying to get it so I can upload it. So Lou can see it. It's not pulling up for some reason. It's like this whole schmeal. I don't know what's going on with this kid. I think we're starting to see the problems here now. I don't understand why you're gonna do some stupid shit like this. Number one. Number two, you're Shedeur Sanders. You're the son of Deion Sanders. This is gonna be like all over the place. Number one, this is not. I know they say, hey, bad publicity is not always good. Whatever. It's dude. You want a chance at the NFL. The reason why you're not getting a chance is because you're immature. You're basically proving everybody right that's passed up on you. And I was one of those people that was just like, hey man, let's just give him a chance, this and that. But now you're making me look like a fool now. Like
but there's a reason that no Division I college wanted him either.
Is he all right in the head?
Dude, who's advising this guy?
That's what I'm saying. What's going on with this dude? Like, to the point, like, all right, you take a look at his brother Shiloh, complete opposite of what Shedeur is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's kind of like a geek. He's kind of like the streamer, doing all the funny stuff. Yeah. And then, but he's respectful. And then you have Shedeur, who's just like, look at me, bow down to the ground I walk on, and I'm gonna be immature, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that, and like the shit's not funny no more, dude. Grow up. You're like an 18-year-old kid in the NFL. Like, dude, you're around grown men. Eventually, somebody in that locker room is gonna check you, and they don't care that you're Shador Sanders. They don't care that you're Dion's kid. Like, eventually, somebody's got to just step up and just say, "Kid, shut the fuck up. What's wrong with you?"
Eventually, he's gonna end up on the Carolina Panthers team.
On the
Ralph.
scouting fucking squad, brother.
Or the Saints.
Oh man,
Louis, I put up a Reddit link with the video. I don't know if you can use that.
let's see if it will. Let me see
Not bad.
something here.
Shador, Stepper. Oh,
All right, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Can you text it to me?
Oh boy.
Yeah, text me that
Oh,
Reddit link
boy.
because it won't.
It's in the chat, brother. It's
Yeah,
in the
it's in the
chat.
private chat. Click
Yeah, but-
private chat.
Yeah, I did.
Just hit the link and go into the share. And I think part of the options is to download.
Let me see something here. Yeah, it's not doing it. I think it's because it's Let me see here. I don't know why it's not doing it. Usually it should do it. Do I think I got it? No. Yeah, it's not doing it. Yeah, it won't do it. That's strange. Why won't it do it?
I don't know. I'll find
I don't
another
know.
one. All right.
Yeah, all right, let's move on. But yeah, the whole situation with Shador, I don't know what the hell is wrong with that kid. That kid's dumb. I'm sorry, he's dumb.
so let me ask y'all this. All right, leading up to the draft, when the draft process, when the NFL said he, allegedly, sabotaged interviews, did that really happen? Or
It seems like it now, doesn't it?
Seems like it now, yeah.
because I'm only asking now because maybe they have or maybe they haven't. I haven't heard them say or deny that they did not sabotage the interviews. I don't know if anybody asked him about it or not, but as of now, I have not heard nobody from his camp, not even him, say that was a lie. I did not sabotage the
That's a really good point, Ralph. Louis, I put up a Twitter link in there for you too. See if you can use that one.
I mean, apparently his New York Giant interview.
Yeah, the Giants GM said it's the worst interview he's
Yeah.
ever had. I think he said something to the effect of like not including my NFL, not just my NFL career. I've never had a worse interview with anyone in my life.
So when they say he sabotaged the interviews, has anybody from Shador's camp or him himself, has he denied that yet? I haven't heard him.
I mean, I haven't heard anybody deny it neither. That's the funny part.
That's
I haven't heard.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
No one's really talked about his Wonderlic score either, right? Was it like a 3?
I don't know, man, but he's not all. I think he's something not right about him.
yeah, I don't know. Something ain't right because if that was a lie, why hasn't anybody from his camp or him came out and said that did not happen? It's not true.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. Why hasn't anybody said, "Hey, man, those are just rumors, this and that. They're just trying to sabotage him." I mean, we kind of heard that a little tiny bit, but not like to the full extent. Like,
Yeah,
like
damn.
nobody came to his defense. Like, hey, that's not nobody.
He also went in the 5th, so people stopped caring, right?
That's true too. All right, hold on.
If you deny it now, 5-6 weeks into the season, it's gonna make it seem like you lying about it. Could have said that when they
Well, Ralph, that's another great point. Now you can't say anything about it, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's something. I don't know.
I mean, look, if he wasn't who he is, and if he wasn't from the family that he's from, then people would just say, "Oh, this guy's nuts. He doesn't belong in the NFL."
Yeah.
But I think people forgive the antics a little bit because his dad was known for being cocky and loudmouth and all that. But his father's one of the greatest athletes to have ever lived.
Right.
Not just football players, one of the greatest athletes to have ever lived. When you do the stuff that Dion did, you can talk however you want. I think of that kind of like how I think of Dennis Rodman, right? Louis and I were talking about this a few weeks ago. We were talking about, everyone rips on Caleb for painting his nails and all this. And, I'm not necessarily a fan of it, but I think people should be able to do whatever they wanted. But everyone's acting like this sort of stuff is new, or you don't see this in Chicago sports. Dennis Rodman went around in a wedding dress and married himself.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Bro.
That was
After his playing career, he was an envoy to North Korea and became friends with Kim Jong-un. Like, Dennis Rodman's off his rocker, but he was so good that everyone just went, yeah, Dennis is crazy. What are you going to do?
All right.
Yeah.
Right. So if Caleb played great, no one would care about the painting the fingernails. If Shador had earned a spot and acted normal, was out there and kicking ass, people would go, yeah, well, he was raised to be confident, and that's okay. But because he hasn't done anything and hasn't even looked good in the few opportunities he's gotten to do something, you do stuff like this and people go, well, you haven't earned that. You don't get to be that kind of dick.
Yeah, he's just an idiot.
It just seems like he's slow, bud. Like cognitively.
It's funny, Dino. I wanted to say it, but I was just like, I'm gonna hold off. I don't want to say it. You said it. I didn't say it. It's just I
don't know. I mean, I'm sort of a believer that you inherit some of your intellect from your parents, and Dion is quick-witted, dude. Like,
Dion,
you can say a lot about him, but he ain't dumb. So it feels to me like it's unlikely that he's just got the one son who's super stupid. I think he's probably more of a dick. Plus, it's not the least clever thing ever. It's kind of funny. No one's ever done it before in NFL history, right? Like, if someone like Baker did it, people would be laughing about it.
That's true too. I mean, I don't know. I just think that I just think he's a little slow. I just think that there's something not right about him. I think that he's just I wouldn't say he's slow. I just think that he's very arrogant. You can tell he came from a lot of money. And I mean, Christopher Cole, shout out to him. He's going to be cut soon. I don't know. Maybe.
I think it would have been different for him had they not had. Well, let me say this. Think if they
hold on, I want to jump in real quick. They entered really unique language into his signing contract, where he made like $18 million before the season even started from his jersey sales.
Who's that? Shador?
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand why anybody would want to buy his jersey though. Like, I get it, like the hype around him. I just think in order for this kid to have a real playing career, I think he needs to have a conversation there with God and ask for some brains, because if you're trying to play for a pro football team and you're trying to get a start, you probably should deflate your ego a little bit, because I'm going to tell you one thing right now. If he gets the chance and an opportunity to play and he has a horrible showing, you know what's going to happen, right? They're going to eat his ass up, dude, and he's going to have egg on his face. Christopher Cole also says maybe he was told not to say anything. Yeah, but I mean, to a certain degree,
that would be funny if he was told don't say anything, and that's what he did. That would be funny.
But that's the problem. Like, it's just like me going, like, it's stupid. Why are you doing that? Just
hold on. Ralph was trying to say something.
It would have been different for him let me go back. If they had a chance to redo the whole draft process over again, I think they would have definitely did it much different than what they did. I don't think, and this is no shot at Dion, because, Dion's a great guy. He say great stuff. But I don't think that going on different podcasts saying in certain places we ain't going, in certain cities, it just ain't going to happen.
Yeah, it didn't help his cause.
That didn't help.
I 100% agree with that, Ralph.
That didn't help at all. And then the fact that they say you sabotage interviews, which made it seem like that going along with what Dion said about you not going to certain places in certain cities. So if you didn't sabotage the interviews, I'm wondering why nobody from your camp or him himself didn't come out and deny that, like, immediately.
Yeah, it's a good point. Like I said, it's starting to make sense.
Now it kind of looks like y'all was behind the scenes trying to sabotage it to get certain places that you wanted to be rather than not wanting to be.
Ralph's a fan favorite today. Great point, Ralph. Yeah, everybody. Now it is, though. You're right.
It kind the stories now, it's kind of hard to say it don't make sense because you can't say, well, you know.
But Ralph, the comedy here, Ralph, though, is for how hard they went out of their way to not go to specific places. They went to the worst place.
Yep. Yeah, he ended up in one of the worst situations. I honestly think that was probably one of the worst landing spots he could have went to. I think a good team for him to have gone to would for me, and this is just my opinion, I think the Saints would have been a very similar situation to what he's going on with Cleveland. He would have got killed over there. I think the best possible situation for him would have been like a team like the Detroit Lions to kind of keep him in check. I think another team that would have been a decent team for him to be on was like the Steelers. I think Mike Tomlin would have straightened his ass right out. I don't think that shit would have float. I don't think Mike Tomlin would put up with that shit. And I think Tomlin would have, eventually, like, I don't think he'd be I don't think he'd be acting like that over there. I just think that Cleveland was the worst situation possible for him. Am I lying?
It is.
They've started more quarterbacks in the past 30 years than any other franchise. I mean, the Commanders.
What an interesting fact, Dino. Who's number 2 and who's number 3?
Yeah, the Commanders and then the Bears.
Commanders are 3rd. I think Bears are 2nd, right? Or was it Commanders then Bears?
No, Commanders 2nd, Bears 3.
I
remember seeing it today.
Where did you get that from?
Look,
it was, hold on. I think it was
it was me texting it to you.
Oh, was that you? Yeah, you texted it to me. That's right.
Again, this whole thing with
Shador, look at it. It was, it's Chicago too. You're right. But by one.
Look, I don't know. I'm watching that whole Shador situation. This kid's an idiot.
Yeah.
He's immature. He's got some money. He's just an idiot. That's just what it kind of comes down to.
It's not even that his parents have money. It's that he has money.
Yeah, but he came from, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Let's move on because he's giving me a headache. It's crazy. I seen something about him earlier today and I didn't watch it. I was just like, I'm not going to watch it. Like, it's just something Shador saying. He's just a dumber version of Jameis Winston. I don't know what else to say, man.
Again,
I don't know that he's as good as Jameis.
He's not. Do we think that Jameis is headed to Cleveland?
But
no, I don't think they're going to make a move for a quarterback. They've got a
not
veteran.
Cleveland, I'm sorry. I meant Cincinnati. I apologize.
I talked about this. I said, I think if you put him in Cincinnati with that wide receiving core, I think it instantly keeps them in the AFC North running for a playoff spot. I really do.
Man, it's 40 touchdowns, but it's 40 interceptions.
Interceptions. That's right. Chris says tough fan base in Detroit and Pittsburgh too. Can't make the hype too big since college. They've been hyped up. Dion isn't helping. Yeah. Dion did not help that situation whatsoever by him saying, hey, he's not playing here. He's not playing.
Yeah.
You can't really get away with that, especially, I don't know, man. I think that's I don't know. I think that's a recipe for disaster.
Worked for Eli, but Eli was like actually a quarterback.
Good.
Yeah.
Man, I think they just need to stop, or at least Dion anyway. Just stop talking about it publicly, and if you want to give him some advice from being a former NFL player, do that behind the scenes. Because now, with what happens, it's gonna kind of look like it's gonna look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's already lining up. Like
it's a It's a major red flag right now. Teams don't want nothing to do with it. That's the problem. Teams don't want nothing to do with it. Nobody wants to put up with it. Like I said, I don't know any teams out there that would want to put up with that. So yeah, let's just move on real quick. You know, I just want to give a huge shout out to everybody. Again, last Sunday's post game show was the numbers went through the roof. It's wild. Like I said, I asked everybody to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys go and follow Ralph at Damn U2 Sports Talk 2 at his YouTube channel. Like I said, he's my sports center in the morning. Always check out his story. He's got all the top news from not just football, not basketball, everything, all sports on lock. So what's the biggest surprise right now? And Ralph, I'll start off with you. What's the biggest surprise in the NFL? Because for me right now, it's the Ravens. That's the biggest surprise for me. But for you, what's the biggest surprise right now when we're entering the month of October? September's officially in the books. The NFL season is flying already. What's been the biggest surprise for you thus far?
Outside of what you just said, Baltimore, I'm gonna go Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? Lee and Cohen, first
Keep
year.
my name out your mouth. Keep my name out your mouth.
You know, it looks like they're gonna make ETN the guy because they traded away Tank Bigsby. Even though Brian Thomas Jr. having a horrible year so far. Travis Hunter, he ain't really playing primarily one side of the ball. They kind of got him playing splitting time with both.
Making some nice catches too.
Yeah. And then you look at Jacksonville defense. I think they like the top 3 defense in the NFL as far as like takeaways.
Let me see.
You know
but do you think he's stealing the plays?
They've had multiple interceptions in every game this year, I think.
Yeah.
Except past year. I mean, this past game against San Francisco. But they did.
But how would he be stealing the plays?
So, yeah, Saleh says he has some sort of legal, he's calling it sign stealing.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And Shanahan told him not to be so sensitive.
Wait, he told who not to be so sensitive? Cohen or Saleh?
Cohen, yeah, in the press conference.
Wow. Jacksonville, like I said, right now, defensive passing yards allowed 24th in the league. So they're a little weak over there. Defensive rushing yards allowed 4th. So they're pretty damn good. Yeah. So yeah. They're first in the NFL for takeaways right now, plus 9. Wow.
Yeah. So they 3-1.
Who would have thought Liam Cohen?
I think the one game they lost was Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati early on in the season. Yeah. That's crazy, man. Like, so a lot of people out there in Tampa don't like Liam Cohen. Look, man, one of 31 NFL jobs. You got to take it. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is he was kind of a shitbag about it. He was like, hey, I'm at the
of what you were saying last year when he left you.
Well, no, I admit it. I said, look, the way he did that was wrong. You don't say, hey, I'm at a doctor's appointment with my kid and you're in freaking Jacksonville signing a contract, man. You don't use your kids as leverage to lie. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of, is he a shady cat? Yeah, man. But I respect the decision he made.
All river to the core, baby.
No, he's from West Warwick. He's from Warrack, buddy. Warrack. Get it right. But no, he's
Duval.
Oh, that was so cringy. Jacksonville. Duval. Just
Duval.
It's why don't I have that soundbite?
You know, every once in a while someone does something that reminds you of a word you don't use enough, and it's the perfect word for it. And the word for that, goober. Just goober. Total fucking goober.
Yes. Dino, let me ask you, thus far, the month of September is over. We are now 1 month into the NFL season. What's something that surprised you thus far? Biggest surprise thus far? Outside of the Commanders.
Oh, I was going to say, it's got to be the Commanders, right?
No, I mean, well, one, I think the Cowboys being retarded, but still not like out of it.
40-40. Who would have thought?
What?
40-40. Who would have thought?
Yeah, that was a
what
wild
I mean.
game.
even Green Bay is kind of shocking. Like to look so good and then be so
Yeah.
bad.
A tale of two teams, right? Like, you
Yeah.
remember we talked about, I think after week 2, we were like, well, nobody can beat this team. They're so good at every phase of the ball. They're
Right.
just unstoppable. And then they're just like, hey, guess what? We're not going to do any of the stuff that works anymore. And then what's going to
Right.
happen?
Yeah. Jamie, what about you? What's been like the biggest surprise for you this far?
Probably how dominant the Lions still are.
Yeah, that's true. That's a fair assessment because I think everybody here on the show kind of thought the Lions were going to take a step back because that's not an easy task to go into a
OC,
season.
DC,
And
and those are guys that had been there, right? This wasn't the guy you plugged in for this year. Like,
no,
the new version of the Lions, the winning version of the Lions, has never not had those guys.
Yeah.
Right. So to see Campbell find that level of success,
kind of having second thoughts with the Super Bowl pick here, man, because the Lions look
very good.
Remember,
the other
Louis,
sort of tied for surprise while we're talking about that is the Ravens and the Chiefs like falling off. And people are going to look back on this.
Lamar's not playing this week too.
Right. So that's what I was going to go to was, if Lamar misses some time, if it's more than 1 week, people are going to say, oh yeah, but they didn't have Lamar. And people are going to forget that they went 1-3 with Lamar.
1-3 with him.
Yeah, but I mean, if Lamar, I think is leading the league. No, I don't think. I think he leads the league in touchdowns. What he's got 10, right? I believe. I think it's 10 touchdowns. He leads the league. It's just what I don't see. I don't understand why nobody in that organization has gotten him like a true number one wide receiver. I mean, I don't know. Like who's their number one right now?
Flowers.
Say Flowers, yeah.
He's not no number one.
He certainly with the way he played in college, like he certainly could and should be.
Yeah, but I mean
I can say the same thing about Tom Brady. It's like you gave Tom Brady Randy Moss, and it was the most fucking dynamic combo of all time. And that's it. In his entire career.
Well, nothing is more dynamic than Montana Jerry Rice. Come on.
Nah, man. Those Randy Moss and Tom Brady throws, man. Watching Moss take out arguably the best
did it at that level for years against every team.
Had you given Randy Moss to Tom Brady for years, like you're talking like 10 Super Bowls.
It's Randy Moss. He wasn't going to last for years because he was going to cause some drama, demand shit, unrealistic shit.
Ralph,
what he did. Yeah.
Ralph, what were you going to say?
Baltimore is like when we had Cam. They rely so much on Lamar that most of their spending and most of their picks are going to be defensive picks.
Right.
Just so athletic and talented that they feel like, okay, we can just put whatever over there and he'll get by and make do with that.
I mean, to be fair, they gave him the best running back of the modern era who will undoubtedly be a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's not nothing.
They didn't necessarily need that.
But they didn't give him Derek in his prime. They gave him Derek at 31.
Derek last year was Derek in his prime. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? They need more of a wide receiver, a number one wide receiver than Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine you giving a guy like a Chris Godwin to a Lamar Jackson.
Just real quick, Dino. Derrick Henry had 1,921 rushing yards, 16 rushing touchdowns, averaging 5.9 yards a carry, and 193 receiving yards. I'm sorry, but if that's your prime.
But it's not though, because had you given Derrick Henry a Lamar in Tennessee, it would have been a different story for Derrick too.
Yeah, I mean, we could say.
Yeah, they still didn't have no line.
I think for me, the Baltimore Ravens, they need to do some soul searching, and either if that's making a trade. We talked about this last time. I said maybe go out and try to trade for Tyreek. That's off. That's not definitely not going to happen. But you got to call one of these teams, and you have to get them a real number one wide receiver because they're never going to win a Super Bowl without him.
What about DeAndre Hopkins?
DeAndre Hopkins, yeah, maybe like 7 years ago. Not now. You know what I'm saying? Like
that was the joke.
No, I get it, but it's just like again, why didn't you guys go out and pursue a guy like Chris Godwin in the offseason? Why didn't you guys go pursue like a Cooper Kupp? You put Cooper Kupp on the Ravens. That's a dynamic duo.
Is Cooper Kupp? I mean, Cooper Kupp's past his prime too.
Yeah, but I mean, Cooper Kupp, out of all those receivers that are past their prime, I'd take him over a DeAndre Hopkins.
Do you know who's been the most open wide receiver in football this year?
No, you're the stat guy, man.
Well, I asked if you know that because I sent you that stat yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I seen the list.
Yeah,
You
it
had,
DJ Moore by a country mile. Imagine DJ Moore on that Ravens
but
team.
that's what I'm
Holy cow.
saying. DJ Moore is a number 1 wide receiver. Chris
Imagine
Godwin is the
DJ
number 1.
Moore getting the ball thrown to him in a catchable manner.
Oh, that's cold.
If he can't catch it, if he can't catch it 3 yards above his head, he doesn't deserve to be
cold. That's cold. But no, like I said,
Jamie and I was watching the Bears game, and I had said to Jamie, I was like,
I can't watch Bears games, man. I like to watch the end.
When Caleb misses the receiver, it's like the worst miss ever.
And the guy will be wide open. He'll have 2 steps ahead.
On the rare occasion that he throws to the open man, he usually misses. But if he's being run out to the sideline and there's a guy with 2 inches of space also on the sideline, he can throw it 18 yards on a frozen rope within an inch of where it needs to be. It's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
I think he'll eventually kind of grow out of that. But
he gets the yips when people are open.
Well, going back to the Ravens, I mean, eventually your Super Bowl window is going to close. And it's kind of like the Niners, man. The window's eventually going to close. That's why I say, if you want to win a Super Bowl that bad, maybe there's no, hey, Bruce Arians said it best, no risk it, no biscuit. Man, give up a 1st-round pick, give up a 3rd-round pick, and go get a number 1 wide receiver. Go get an A.J. Brown. You know what I'm saying? I think A.J. Brown would be a perfect fit for the Baltimore Ravens, because eventually that train, I'm telling you right now, that I've been saying it, but I know he apologized for a tweet and he's not happy
there, dude.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be in Philly. He hates it. Go ahead, Ralph. I know you're gonna say something.
That was just like what he said. He really meant it. He was just trying to kind of soften up,
downplay it. Yeah, he don't want to be there. I'm telling you, I've been calling it. I've been saying it. He's eventually going to get traded. They're both.
I think it's a shitty locker room, dude. I don't think the players really like each other.
I don't think it's the players. I think what's going on is with the wide receiver duo you have, those guys want to play with a quarterback, and I'm not saying because it's Baker, but they want to play with a quarterback that will throw them the football. Versus a Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, and I'm not taking nothing away from Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts plays a different style of quarterback than your average quarterback.
Yeah, he plays to win.
Well, and unfortunately, there's guys that are going to have to take a back seat on their stats. You get what I'm saying? Because his style of play is a lot different than the style of Baker Mayfield, where Baker Mayfield will scramble around where he looks dead to right sacked, and he'll scramble around. And he'll go get you the 1st down like a Jalen Hurts. But a lot of the times Baker's not trying to do that. Baker's trying to air it out. And he does that. And you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, like, Jalen Hurts, I mean, Jamie, you're quicker than I am with this stuff. Let's pull up his passing yards.
I was going to say, I think off the top of my head, Hurts averages somewhere around 220 yards passing a game.
Yeah. So what did he have the last game with the Bucs? Yeah, not this year. I think that's I think that's the problem because
I think he's averaging 150, right?
He's averaging 188.6 yards per game.
Yeah, and again, I just think that these 2 wide receivers, they have incentives, and it comes down to the contracts. These 2 wide receivers have incentives in their contracts.
Your career too, right? Like, so the guys that have won a Super Bowl, right? I think they want to they don't care about winning like as much as they care about their stats and playing, right?
Well, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, listen, your contract is front loaded with incentives. You have to meet certain incentives to get certain bonuses and stuff like that. Like, what was it? I know like Jason Light does this a lot with the Buccaneer players. It's like big incentives in their contract. Like Mike, you get 1,000 yards receiving. I think Mike got an extra 1.2 million last year because he hit 1,000 yards. There's bonuses there, and these guys want to hit those bonuses. Hey, you have to have this many touchdowns. You got to have this many catches to get this amount of bonus. And I feel like these guys are getting frustrated because 1, they're not getting the stats. 2, they're not really getting the ball much.
You get a really big bonus when you're in the Super Bowl.
Well, no, you don't. Not always.
No, not always.
$50,000 per game.
No, that's a super old number. Let me pull it.
What were you saying, Ralph? What?
Jalen Hurts passing yards this season, it ain't been good. He's only had one game where he's thrown over 200 yards.
Wow.
So this year it's going to be 178,000 per player. That's not including any contract incentives. That's just from the NFL. Right.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
conference win is 77,000 per player. That was last year. So I mean, if you win the Super Bowl, you're getting almost $300,000 in bonus money. And that's not including whatever, a lot of these guys have things in their contracts about playoff performance and
Brady's contract when he came to Tampa was 2 years, $50 million, but it was loaded with incentives. That's why he winded up walking away with what I think he made a little over $100 million with the Buccaneers, maybe a little bit less. I could be over exaggerating that, but I don't know. I mean, do I think the Eagles are going to blow up? No, I don't think so. I think they can get far enough this year with what they have, but I think eventually, it's safe to say that this is going to be the last year you see some personnel in that offense. I think so. And that
hasn't been a problem for them. They're doing that thing. We'll see how it looks over the next couple of years, but they are doing that thing where the entire team isn't dependent on one player, right? Like Saquon's not doing anything particularly special this year.
Yeah.
You don't need Jalen Hurts necessarily in that offense. I mean, it is rare that you have a guy as physically talented as him who will also play as a game manager. You don't see that very often because guys like that tend to play hero ball.
Right.
But there isn't one player that whole team is built around, right? Like they're kind of doing what the Chiefs did. It's like, oh, guess what? Now we have a shutdown defense. We've got Cooper DeJean. We've got Jihad Campbell. We've got all these young guys on their rookie contracts who are superstars out of the gate.
Yeah.
And that
Cooper DeJean is nasty.
He's one of the best cornerbacks in football. And, and how much are they paying him a year, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't even drafted that high, was he? He was fourth round?
I'm not sure.
Third round, I think.
Not too many gunslinger quarterbacks around anymore. Yeah, Baker is kind of like the last outlaw in Aaron Rodgers.
Second round. He was second round.
Oh, he was second round. Iowa, right?
So him and Quinn, same draft.
Him and who?
Quinyon Mitchell, the other corner.
Because
I know one draft corners.
I don't know, Jamie. You looked that up, buddy.
Hold on.
It was a second. Yeah,
I want to hear the thing.
Yeah, they got both of them in the second round of the 2024 draft.
Oh wow!
But again, like that's what happens with good teams, right? Now, why does a team that's performing that well have 2 second round draft picks, right?
Yeah. Biggest surprise at 1-3 so far.
I think one of those was actually a Bears draft pick.
Who do you guys think? Biggest surprise at 1-3 right now?
I mean, it's got to be the Ravens.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go.
I'd say it's the Ravens. Yeah, I'd expect them to be like 4-0 right now.
Okay, maybe the Giants. I am surprised they've won a game. I thought they'd be 0-4.
Wow. For me,
Houston 1-3.
What's that?
The Houston Texans 1-3.
Yeah,
they got to win.
Yeah,
and they're playing in Baltimore this week.
With no Lamar.
Win.
I don't know. I look. It's the end of September, so I mean, well, I don't know because
no one's going to say Cincy. No one's shocked that Cincinnati's
because their quarterback.
No, because we all know why, right? Like
their quarterback went down.
Speaking of, there aren't many gunslingers like that anymore. There's a team that is completely dependent on one player, right?
Yeah,
like you have incredible wide receivers, you have a good D line, but you take him out and that's it.
Biggest surprise at 3-1. For me,
gotta be the Jaguars. It's gotta be the Jaguars, right?
Look, as much as Buck fans want to hate Liam Cohen, and I get it, but you can't deny what he did last year with the Buccaneers. That was probably one of the best offenses of all time for Buccaneers.
Oh, history. Wait, no. The biggest surprise at 3-1. Come on, what are we talking about? It's the Colts.
The Colts.
No, because that's
come on. The Daniel Jones led Colts Come
3-1.
on. Nobody had that. Louis, we savaged that trade. We talked about how that was the dumbest thing. What are they doing? They're throwing their
And
future
it's
away.
not a fluke 3-1. They have been beating the
They've been
snot out of
convincing.
people.
They could be 4-0, like with the way that they're playing.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it, man.
I have to agree. That is the biggest shock of this year, being 3-1.
Let me. I want to see something here. Let me see something. Well, they're going up
and
against...
they've got the Raiders at home on Sunday, so they're going to be 4-1.
You think so? I don't know, man. I think that's a trap game for them.
Right, somebody just gave away his pick of the week.
Hey, I predicted the Giants to win last week, and I got it.
You did,
and I got it.
Broken clock is right twice a day.
Let me see. Who have they beaten?
Marco, you talking about the Colts?
Yeah, I'm not impressed.
They beat Denver. I think they beat Denver because of penalty. They got Denver got called for a penalty, and they had to redo the field goal.
Yeah, I remember that. So that's a lucky one there.
So they beat Denver. They beat Tennessee. Who else? Who did they open the season up with?
I'm looking at this. I mean, statistic wise, they're pretty damn good. I mean, fourth in scoring points. I think that's gonna eventually. I think that's gonna fizzle out. Oh, my iPad just died. Fucking 9th gen iPad, piece of shit.
Dolphins, Broncos, Titans. Them the three teams they beat.
I mean,
lost to the Rams.
Well, what it was, you know what that shows me? They can't beat a good team. The Rams are a very good team that really nobody's talking about.
Yeah, they're interesting this year. I keep expecting them to kind of normalize it.
Leads the league.
He's unreal. He's unreal. You know, I saw a really interesting conversation about this the other day that, you know, people have said for a while, you know, Stafford, is he really Hall of Fame? Is he really, you know, does he belong there? And, you know, someone said at some point, you know, with Megatron's numbers, with Cooper Kupp's numbers, with Puka Nakua's numbers, why is it always the same quarterback that's having rookies and early career guys break every record in the book? At some point you go, it was all the same guy doing it the whole way through. Yeah. And to do that
who's the common denominator, right? Like,
right, exactly. Like
I think he belongs in the Hall of Fame just because of the simple fact he's got the statistics. He's won a Super Bowl.
He's got the ring now. That helps a lot.
He took a fucking beating in Detroit. I mean, give the guy a fucking gold jacket. I'm just saying. Like,
yeah, I mean,
he earned that Super Bowl ring, buddy. That was quite the journey of getting his ass kicked.
Louis, you and I have talked about this for years on the podcast, that one of the things that it sucks because no one can control it, but one of the things that determines your Hall of Fame is your body resilient to injury? It's not can you play through it or not, right? It's do you take serious injuries or not?
Yeah.
You know, and and it's not that he wasn't getting smashed. You know, it's not sort of the Tom Brady thing of like, oh, we'll change the rules because you're getting your ass kicked. Nobody cared. He was playing for the Lions in Detroit.
Yeah, nobody gave a shit. You're absolutely right. Nobody gave a shit. Speaking of giving a shit,
played through it, man. He was hurt and he still played through it.
Yeah, but he never got serious injuries, and that just comes down to sort of genetic.
Yeah, he got concussed quite a few times.
Well, but I mean, he never like tore an ACL. You know what I mean?
He had a separated shoulder. Still played.
Yeah,
that was non-throwing arm, right?
He was notorious for that with the separated shoulders numerous of times, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure. But we got to wrap this up.
He has one of the lowest chances of injury per game. I found a crazy website for this. He has only a 2.3% chance of injury per game. He is projected for this year to miss 1.31 games, and he has a durability rating of 4.6 out of 5.
Where the hell do these people come up with this shit?
Wait till, oh my God, I'm not even gonna let you guys know about this website.
Where do people come up with this shit? You have
this is crazy. Grade. This is like his medical records, bro. This is nuts.
What's the name of the website?
It's on Draft Sharks, but they've got an injury history page that's Unreal. You don't even want to go to this right now. I might hop off the podcast just so I can read more of this. This is crazy.
Jamie's gonna stay up until like 3:00 in the morning. And go
It's gonna
through everybody's medical records.
It's gonna negatively affect my family if I stay on this website.
Dude,
My kids are gonna be
Jamie.
missing school.
He's gonna
Jamie,
tell
I
me.
got a question for you.
Yes, Papa.
Yes.
How did your ice cube turn out the other day?
Well, I haven't done the boiling water yet, if that's what you're asking.
No, you were excited to use the ice cube.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was. Just
I don't
following
even
up.
want to know what that is. All right, let's get to this
I
week.
got a whiskey ice cube tray.
Yeah.
That's it. It's
That's
not that
it.
weird. Yeah.
All right.
No, they've been great. They've been fantastic. You know what? Well, you do this point. I'm gonna go pour myself a whiskey over one of those big ice cubes so Dina can hear me.
Well, we're getting ready to wrap this up because we're already.
We got to do our picks, buddy. We haven't even we didn't talk about last week's picks.
We can't do that right now.
We can't. We don't have time. The podcast's a mess. You spend too much time talking about the Bucs.
Well, this is
nobody tunes in to listen to the Bucs. They tune in to listen to me and Dino carry on, and then Ralph interject with actual intelligent commentary.
All right, let's get to
All
it.
right. Thursday night, we got Niners at Rams. I'm taking Rams.
Rams.
At Rams.
Niners, huh?
LA. Give me LA. So
All right, so we all got Rams here.
All right, everybody got Rams.
Dino, you writing this down? That's going in the spreadsheet that you keep saying you're going to make.
No,
I know you
hold
didn't
on a
make.
second.
I'm writing it down. I got
Louis,
it.
you writing it down? I will
I am.
get that spreadsheet done. I'll ask ChatGPT to make it for me right now.
Okay, it's going to hallucinate everyone's picks. Vikings at Browns. I'm taking Vikings.
You're gonna take the Vikings?
Yep.
I'm gonna take the Vikings. I don't. That Gabriel kid's about to get smashed.
I'm gonna go with the Browns. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't.
Hold on a second before you finalize that. You're picking the Browns coaching staff over Florio destroying that kid with blitzes.
Yeah, because there's no tape on that kid.
There's plenty of college tape.
Yeah, but
and preseason tape.
Usually when we see stuff like this, it usually energizes a team for that first game, and then they kind of go back down to reality. Hey, maybe this kid gets knocked out of the game. We see Shador, and Shador kind of goes. I don't know. I doubt that. But I'm just saying.
No.
I'm gonna pick.
No, because
they put
Shador's
Flacco
the
in.
third
They
third
put Flacco
quarterback.
Well,
so you see Flacco.
Well, maybe Flacco will be sleeping, and they don't want to wake him up. I don't know.
It'd be funny if they mic'd up Shador for the game and he just didn't say anything. He kept the gag going.
Yeah.
All right. Vikings at Browns. We got 2 Vikings, 2 Browns. Texans at Ravens. I am actually taking the Ravens in this one. I think their defense wakes up. I think
I'm gonna take the Texans.
I'm gonna take the Texans, and it just proves that Lamar is that team.
What about you, Ralph? What do you got?
I'm gonna go Houston. I think Houston know they got to win to have to get back in the division.
Oh yeah,
get too far behind in that division because you got 2 unexpected teams, Indy and Jacksonville. That's had a strong start, so they got to take advantage of a Baltimore team. No Lamar, you should take advantage of no Lamar. You know what I mean? Yeah. They got to win this one to get back in that division.
I think the Ravens
are
in trouble.
It's with the kid from Cowboys, Cooper.
Cooper
Rush.
Look,
yeah.
I think the Ravens are in big trouble. I think they're gonna really have to fight throughout the season, man.
All right, we got Dolphins at Panthers. Out of love and respect for Ralph, I'm taking the Panthers.
Flip a coin. I'm just gonna take my guys because we're at home. I'll be at the game, and I'm just gonna take us because we at home. Had we been down in South Beach, I wouldn't take us.
I'm gonna
wait. You're gonna be at the game, dude. I was down in North Carolina this morning. I could have pushed my trip back to Sunday. I would have gone to the game with you.
Yeah, I'll be in attendance Sunday.
All right.
Hey,
I'm
Ralph,
gonna take.
how old are you?
You said what now?
How old are you?
38.
So did you grow up a Redskins fan before you got the Panthers?
No,
man. Why would he grow up a Redskins fan?
Yeah.
He was what? He was 9 when the Panthers.
That's what I'm saying. Because North Carolina was a Commanders or Redskins team state before that. Who were you a fan of before that?
didn't have a team. I was just a fan of football. I didn't even have an actual team.
I remember when Carolina first opened up, they had, what was the name of the stadium? Ericsson Stadium, after the mobile phone. Ericsson Stadium.
Yeah, the Swedish mobile phone company, Panthers and Jaguars. All right, so Dolphins at Panthers. I got Panthers. Ralph has Panthers. Louis.
We all got the Panthers.
All right, Raiders at Colts. I'm taking Colts. By the way, Colts are 6.5 point favorites in this game.
Colts.
Ooh, really? Huh? I might go on my FanDuel. So this is my upset pick of the week. I'm going to take the Raiders.
Oh boy,
Taking the Raiders. Give me the Colts.
You're gonna take the Colts. All right.
How about neighbors though talking about how
we forgot
who
to
the
talk about
quarterback
that.
is, right? The system sucks.
Well, the system
it's funny because the next game up is Giants at Saints. I'm taking Giants.
Giants.
Oh yeah, the G-men. Are you kidding me? That's honestly, I have this funny feeling.
Saints are 1.5 point favorites. By the way,
that's what I'm thinking.
I think the Saints could. You said is in New Orleans or
it's in New Orleans, and they tend to play a little better in New Orleans. Although this team is a damn mess.
New Orleans first win. No Malik Neighbors.
Who they got? Darius Slayton.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the
Saints.
Saints.
Make me want to take the Saints, dude.
I'm taking the Saints.
Damn you!
I'm taking the Saints. I think that the Saints are gonna get their first win.
All right, I'm switching to the Saints.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch to the Saints too, man.
Yeah.
Cowboys at Jets. This is my upset pick. I got
Yeah.
Jets getting their first win of the season against the Cowboys.
Oof. Oh man, I'm about to pull out my FanDuel. I'm about to put in some
Well,
upset
this
picks.
is the real
a good
first
week.
game with no CD, right? So now you get the game plan around him.
I'm gonna take the Jets here. Ralph, who you taking?
I'm gonna take Dallas.
Okay.
Where are they playing?
In New Jersey.
Rutherford. It's not like they playing somewhere they don't already play, every year. They play the Giants.
Who you got, Dino?
Damn it.
Take the Jets, man.
3.
Yeah, I'll take the Jets. I'll take the
Jamie,
Jets.
you're taking the Jets?
Yep. Dino, if you hadn't picked in time there, I was going to give you a tie. That way you'd be like the Cowboys in the pack.
Hey, you know what's crazy? We all have a tie this year.
All right. Yeah. Broncos at Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles.
Ooh.
I think Mims has a good game though for the Broncos.
I'm going to
take the
take
Broncos.
Denver.
Me too.
This
I
is
like Denver.
Philly's first loss of the year.
Ralph, who do you got?
I'm gonna go Denver. I think defense travels. Pat Surtain, he pretty much locked up Jamar Chase, even though they didn't have a good quarterback throwing the ball, but still.
Remember, the Broncos lead the NFL in sacks.
Yeah.
So give me Denver. Give me Denver.
15.
Jamie, who do you got?
The Eagles. I'm the only one taking the Eagles. Crazy. All right, Titans at Cardinals. I want to see some man shit. Which one of you guys is going to be manly enough to take the upset pick, Titans winning in Arizona?
I don't know, man, because I feel like putting in like a little parlay for I honestly, the parlay that I want to do is I just want to put in the Raiders, Saints, and Jets.
All right, so I'm taking Cardinals in this one.
This is a ballsy one.
I'm taking Arizona.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Cards in this one because I don't know. I don't know what was worse, their performance last week or those hideous uniforms.
I'm giving out a free win point to your season total to anyone who can guess the lowest starting ticket price for this game within $3.
$38.
But this Titans
for Titans at Cardinals. Dino's got the ticket starting at price.
Oh, starting at.
Dino's got 38.
I'm gonna go $12.
I'm gonna go with $17.50.
Ralph, you cut out. What did you say?
$12. I'm going $17.50.
Oh, did I lose audio? What's going on here?
I don't know, buddy. Maybe
I can hear everyone.
I can hear everybody.
All right. Well, Louis, I can't hear you either. What is going on?
What do you mean? That's you, buddy.
That's you. This is just Jamie cheating.
Yeah. Ralph, who'd you say you had? You said you got the
Lou,
Cardinals.
can you hear me?
I can
Yeah.
hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you.
Okay, well, I lost audio for some reason. I have no idea. I'm gonna log out, log back in.
Okay.
I want to take the Titans, but I'm gonna go with the Cardinals.
Me too. I'm kind of on the fence with that. I kind of want to take the Titans, but I don't know. I would have took the Titans if he didn't say we're all ass. That's the thing, because I feel like he kind of demoralized the team when he did that.
Out.
But it Arizona is just like that head scratcher, man, where they like just destroy the 49ers, right? Like,
Okay, I
they
can hear everybody
compete.
fine.
Yeah.
All right, so Ralph, what was your guess? Dino had 38.
12.
1750.
Oh my God, Louis gets a free win for the season within 50 cents. $18
Really?
tickets are starting for this game.
Wow.
Holy cow, what a great guess, Lou.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we got Buccaneers at Seahawks. Obviously, all four of us have Seahawks. Just move on to the next game.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, Ralph. You taking the Cardinals or the Titans?
I'm gonna go Arizona.
All right. That's tough, man, because like I said, I want to take the Titans in this one, but
Yeah,
he said some bad things about his team. So all right.
All right. So I got Seahawks.
I got Seahawks.
Go ahead, Ralph.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Seattle. That's a long trip. I think the 12 man gonna be out. That's a long trip from Tampa. That's what the second longest trip that you can make.
Yeah, remember we talked about it last week because you pointed out that the longer one would be Miami.
Yeah, damn.
Well, I'm not really too worried about the travel because the Buccaneers are going to be there obviously days earlier. They had a walkthrough today, I believe. I think this is going to be a very, very good game. I think this at 4:05. I think this is going to be it's an evenly matched game. But unfortunately, if the Buccaneers don't fix the problem on special teams, because you had a blocked field goal the week before, you had a blocked punt, all returned back for points, you can't have that. I want to take the Buccaneers. I really do. This is tough. I'm going to take the Bucs. Sorry.
I'm going to take the Seahawks, and their win isn't going to be because of special teams.
They could have put this on Sunday night, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Well, remember what I said earlier. The Mariners have a home game for the playoffs.
Playoffs, yeah.
Yeah,
they should have moved this to Monday night.
Series.
Honestly,
I would have liked that. Yeah.
Yeah. The schedule makers seeing this, knowing that the Buccaneers brought back their throwbacks where they could wear the white ones. And
okay, we're getting late here. We're not talking about remaking schedules based on jersey.
Well, no. I'm just saying. I'm not talking about based on the jersey. I'm just saying you have this nostalgic thing that you could have did on Monday night with you could have brought back like that old Monday night feel, and because you had both teams that entered the NFL in 1976. A lot of people don't know this, but the Buccaneers were in the AFC West to start their first season.
Well, if anyone watches the podcast,
Cardinals were in the NFC East. So.
All right, so we've got Lions versus Bengals. I'm taking Lions. Lions are a 10.5-point favorite.
Oh my God, this is not even fair.
No, this is going to be the beating of the week.
This is the last week before Cincy trades for Jameis Winston.
Oh boy,
Ralph,
do I even gotta ask?
Yeah, give me Detroit, man.
Yeah, it's Detroit across the board.
All right, another easy one. Commanders at Chargers. Pretty obviously Chargers.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the Commanders. You got Bobby Wagner and Jaden Daniels both from LA.
You're gonna take the Commanders. I'm gonna take the Chargers.
Where you going?
They had a loss, so they had a loss. I think they're gonna recover from that loss. I think the Chargers are a lot better than what people think. I think they definitely want to compete in that division. So, Ralph, who do you got? Chargers or Commanders?
I'm going LA.
Man, I would go to this game. $32. Damn.
LA.
Yep.
Okay.
$32. Wow.
Back-to-back road games for the Commanders. So yeah, give me the Chargers.
And the Commanders suck this year. Patriots at Bills. I'm taking Bills.
I mean, these division games are tough, but
I feel like this is the trap game for the Bills, right?
They play so well at home, though.
I know.
They're playing at home.
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Yeah, they play so hard at home because that crowd is crazy. It's just impossible to get lazy playing in front of that crowd.
I don't think Drake May has enough weapons to do anything there. But then again, Stephon Diggs, yeah, I don't know. Stephon Diggs doesn't even know if he's coming or going.
I did see a great article earlier today that said Drake May is ahead of where he is in year 2 is ahead of where Josh Allen was in year 2. And somebody responded, every quarterback in the league was ahead in year 2 of where Josh Allen was in year 2. He was so bad for his first couple of years. All right, final game. We got Chiefs.
Wait, hold on. Ralph, you got Bills?
Yeah, Bills Mafia. Yeah.
All right, and then
I
final
got
game is Chiefs at Jags. I'm taking the Jags. Duval.
Oh, you're taking Jags, huh?
Yeah, that's my upset pick.
You don't think the Chiefs go on a winning streak here, huh?
No, I think the Jags might be that good, and I hate it, but because I weirdly really dislike the Jags. I think it's because I don't like Trevor Lawrence.
Carmelo Soprano and Furio. They're estranged stunned.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me no, though. I mean, come
I
on.
know. Who you guys got?
Chiefs.
Give me Duval at home.
Oh boy.
All right, I got for this game Duval.
Hey, if the Chiefs lose to the Jags, I don't think the Chiefs make the Super Bowl the playoffs this year.
Well, I keep saying it. That they remind me of that Patriots team that kind of dipped down for a couple of years and kind of had to find their legs again, and that's going to happen. I think Mahomes gets another title or two in his career.
All right, most expensive game this week, boys, for tickets.
Most expensive game. I think I know what that is. The most expensive game this week. It's not Seahawks and Bucs.
Nope.
It's not. I want to say. Is it the Rams game?
Who else is guessing?
The most expensive is it the Jets and Cowboys?
And Dino, who you got?
I know it ain't the Saints.
Damn sure ain't.
No, Saints tickets are starting at $24.
I think it's the Bills game.
No, although you're close because the Bills it's always expensive this year when they play at home because last season.
Actually, can I change my pick?
Sure.
It has to be where are they playing this game? Arrowhead or Jacksonville?
The answer is Broncos at Eagles at $258.
Son of a bitch. I was looking right at it. I was like, Broncos and Eagles. I said, no, that can't be. It's got to be either the Rams game or that's got to be
this is a tough category I've created here because Vikings at Browns is $133. I would have put that at like $15, right? Lions at Bengals is $180.
What
Bengals fan is paying for that?
All right. Well,
somebody's selling their feet.
It's Detroit traveling. And it's not that far of a travel for them.
Yeah, but you have to remember this is tickets starting at, and also I've been ferociously watching Bengals prices as Chris Nixon knows because me and Chris and another buddy are going to the Bears Bengals game, and we're gambling. We're treating it like a stock. We're gambling that after they get absolutely crushed this week, the prices are going to shoot down, and then we're going to buy our tickets. One of the guys in the group chat after they got destroyed last week said, "One more week of this, and we're going to be sitting in the owner's box, boys."
All right, Ralph, I know you got to get out of here, man. Go ahead and promote yourself. What do you got going on, bro?
Damn_U2_sports. That's IG Damn Sports Talk on YouTube. We got the podcast in the works. It's coming soon.
Well, let me know if you guys need any help. I don't know why my face came up over there. What the hell?
I know that was upsetting to see.
Yeah, sorry about that. We gotta producing on the fly. We gotta get you. Let me know if you guys need any help with any like layouts or anything like that. I got you guys, man.
Okay, no problem.
I'm gonna be joining you guys Monday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
What do we got on the schedule though? What are we talking about? Just
it's probably gonna be just week 5 NFL recap, college football recap.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
Monday night. What time is this Monday night?
7:30.
Oh, I should be able to catch an hour of that. Oh no, we put my son to bed. I'll be able to catch some of it.
There you go. All right, brother. As always, I appreciate you coming on. Unfortunately, I'm sorry for your loss. I mean, But it's a new week. You guys have a chance to redeem yourself here. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Take care.
I appreciate y'all.
See you, bud.
All right, y'all.
All right, fellas.
Yeah. Always good stuff with Ralph, man. I like when he hops on, especially for the State of the South. Real fun. Guys, thank you guys for joining here. I know we're about 19 minutes over the thing, piss poor management on the producers end for
He's a good coach, but his clock management could use
clock
work.
management sucks. He's a great guy. Clock management, not so good. Great guy.
His Trump's getting good. It's worrying.
It is. I'm because you know what it is? I do it at work a little bit. And the operator did something wrong. And I was like, the operator's an asshole. He's a good guy, but he can be a real asshole. We don't like those guys. And then
some people are saying,
and not me. But yeah. Guys, thank you guys for joining us here on the Frozen Pirate Podcast. This weekly episode we do every Wednesday night around the NFL with some Buccaneer talk. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It was fun. It was a good conversation, especially Port Richie Lou jumping in.
This is the best week of the year for Bears fans. Bye week, baby.
Yeah. It's a guaranteed
Can't lose the
win.
bye week.
Yeah. Shout out to Port Richie Lou. He's going to be joining us if he can on post games. He's got a lot of energy. He's
I like him. I like him. You put him and Dino in the same room. You gotta get kids 5 to 10 miles away. Literally every other word is the F word. Incredible.
Dude, he went off. He went off with the Eagles, like to start on the pregame, man. He went off. I love his energy, man. Like I said, week 1, he was like, "Get the fuck out of bed, you bastards! It's game week." Like he gets everybody pumped up. So
every once in a while, you run across someone who understands the true art of swearing.
Yeah,
and he understands the art of it. It's not just throwing the words.
But
in
he's
here
smooth
or there.
with it. He's just
like,
man.
It's like well spiced
yeah,
food.
Man.
The way he cusses. You know, I couldn't cuss like that. I'm an angry cusser.
Not me, man. Like I said, he just goes in there, man. I appreciate every time
he cusses like a fish swims.
Every time he comes on, man, he's got awesome takes, man. He's just a passionate Buccaneers fan, diehard Bucs fan, and he gets all of us riled up and all of us going. But as always, guys, on behalf of Jamie, Dino, and myself, thank you guys for joining us here. Always put God first, and have yourselves a great night. And we will see you Sunday or maybe Saturday, depending on what happens. I got some stuff going on Sunday morning. But we'll be here definitely for a post-game show. So make sure you guys pull up in the comments, hit the like button, and like and subscribe to the Frozen Pirate Podcast.